Boom! YouTube land! This is the first podcast in over 3 months. Now, I'm getting feedback that a lot has changed since then, so we'll talk about it right here, right now. Here we go.
I'm Joel.
And we're live!
And welcome. Okay, wait. Oh, we're doing I thought we were doing intros.
Oh, if you want to introduce yourself, you're more than welcome to introduce yourself. I'm just saying, I'm chilling, I'm relaxing. I'm
Hey,
chill.
my name is Joel. And welcome to oh fuck.
You know.
Oh, I hit my leg on my chair.
Bro, my joint is tilted. Why is my joint tilted?
I hit my leg on my
You
chair.
jamming, Daven? Where'd you get those
My
glasses?
shin.
Is that for Spirit Week? I feel like that's a Spirit Week gimmick.
Freshman year Spirit Week.
Oh, dude.
Got
That
the
was-
tie-dye on, you know?
that was
the
2 years
vibes.
ago.
This stream public or no?
Yes.
Yeah, public.
Alright, what's up, public people? My party people.
Yeah. Yeah, we're just have a bro conversation. David, what are you doing right now, man?
Talking to this girl.
Which one? There's a lot of them. You have 6 of them, to be
Yeah,
exact.
Ask her pudding or jello.
Putting these nuts in your
Yellow or pudding?
No, but,
Did you guys know that either today or yesterday was the anniversary of George Floyd? 2
really?
years.
I thought it was later in May.
No, it's May. Look it up.
Let me check that out right now. See, Joe Rogan has a Jamie Vernon. He looks up the stuff for him, but when I do this thing on my own, I gotta look up the whole joint myself. So,
Alright, I'll get my Jamie Burn.
I need an assistant.
Yo,
Okay.
it was yesterday. It was yesterday.
Yeah. Died May 25th, 2020.
Years ago?
3 years ago.
Man, dude. I just want to point out, I was so immature 2 years ago. What about you guys? Were you mature?
I was sucking dick 2 years ago.
Was you really? Well, tell me about that experience.
I don't know how girls do it, bro. Like, they're so big and so juicy.
Man, you're not wrong, bro.
All right, David, what's your current method of talking to women? What do you do? What's your methodology?
I got you. Joel, you don't need this. You got a girl. Enrico, you don't need this. You got like 10 bitches. I know you do. Tim, you don't need this. You got like 8 bitches. I know you do. So, when you become moots on TikTok, right? You DM them and be like, so what's your, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much you love boba? And if they say 10, you just go, ABG confirmed. Like, that's what you say. You say ABG confirmed, and then they get
try to
hella
deny it?
defensive. They get hella defensive. They're like, no, I'm not an ABG. And then you sneak in a little like flirting there. You're like, well, no, you have all the characteristics. You're short, you're Asian, you're kind of cute, you know. That's how you sneak that shit in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever talked to a girl that has embraced the ABG identity?
Hell no.
They all
don't
deny
like
it?
being called ABG. They
There's
all
no one
don't
in-
like being called ABG.
Dude, that's
There's
weird.
no
It's
one
like,
New Hampshire, to be honest.
dude, it's like that. I remember in GTA 5, Michael was talking to Trevor about being a hipster, which is ironic because Trevor hates hipsters. So Michael was like, "Oh yeah, Trevor, you're the proto hipster. You're what the hipsters aspire to be." But he's like, "I am not a hipster." And he's like, well, hipsters always deny that they're hipsters. Just like how ABGs deny that they're ABGs.
Oh, this one girl I was talking to, her name's Allison. She's like the physical ABG, and she still didn't. She was crazy.
So characteristics, right? Short. What else did you say? Adidas tracksuit.
Short, is like addicted to boba.
Addicted to boba.
Kind of cute.
Kinda cute.
Attractive. Pretty attractive, you know. They're Asian. You know, they gotta be Asian.
Okay.
Some
Yeah.
people add that they smoke nicotine. I don't have that.
Then could you be a clean ABG? Maybe, right?
This bitch just said, "How did you go from cute to dorky to hot?" Huh? How'd that happen?
How did that happen? What does that mean? What did you look like?
know.
How did
I
you?
was doing this.
I think he went from cute to dorky to hot.
Okay,
He was cute, and then
Can
he
you-
was dorky, and then he's hot.
but can you pinpoint the motions that you did that might suggest that? So you started off as
Yeah.
cute, then you turned dorky, then you turned hot. So what was the?
So,
How
okay,
did you move there?
So she called me cute in this picture,
Okay.
Okay.
and then I did like a stupid smirk like this, and then I did like the jawline push out.
Flipping jawline,
Cute.
dude.
Dorky. Hot.
So you do the jawline thing and they go crazy,
Crazy.
dude. I know someone that exploits their jawline for girls. I'm not gonna say who, but
Sam.
if you're watching this, you know who you are.
Drop the name in chat. In
Drop
the
the
pod
fucking
chat.
name right now.
And we'll react to it.
Yeah, we'll react.
Okay.
But we're not gonna say it. Drop it in pod
Is
chat.
his name Nicki Minaj?
No, one of his cronies, one of his childhood buddies.
Is his name
Drop the
Enrico
name in
Tulung?
chat.
No, you're wild, yo. Here, I'll
Is
just
it Ezra?
I'll just at you guys in the pod chat. Let's see. Brony and Russo.
See.
I flipping butchered his name.
Wait, I think you can see this. Wait, delete it. You can see it.
No, I popped out the
Dude, yo,
thing.
he's fucking killing it in life.
What do you mean?
Like,
What do you mean you pop
like,
it out?
Props
Because
to him.
look, everyone in the server can see that chat.
Hey, props to him, bro. Like, he's killing it in life.
You think so? What have you seen
Yeah.
of him so
Like,
far?
he's the exact opposite of his brother, bro. What you mean?
Well,
Yo, I'm on the cut, guys. I'm sorry, but my girlfriend won't let me go on the cut. I'm on the cut, guys.
no, she may be killing it, but I've been told that he's still Abe at his core. And
What does that
We're talking about AIDS.
You just drop the name.
yeah,
But
but
Abe has a girlfriend?
I don't know. There are stories.
You saying you got a small dick, huh? You saying you got a small dick, huh? Don't diss my boy
No.
Aiden like that. Don't diss my boy Aiden like that. Oh, shit.
Oh.
I'm just some.
Your thing went colorful, bro.
It overheated.
You went omniracial.
It'll take it. It'll take
You
it.
went Omni Man.
Omniracial? That means you went all races, bro. That's crazy.
Rick, did you see the Boys trailer?
Yes, season 3.
The new season?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
let's watch it.
I mean, yeah, we will.
I
Come out
can't
June
wait.
something. June 4th?
Can't wait to see them kill people.
Oh, so I remember freshman
I
year.
watched a 10-minute The Boys Explained, and I pretty much like know the whole plot.
You know? Okay. You know what? When was the last time we watched it? It was 2020 or something, right? I don't remember. I don't remember the last time we watched The Boys. It was a long time ago. But I can't really follow what's going on in the new season if I don't remember what's from the previous seasons. So I need y'all to catch me up on that. Daven, you have a pretty good hairline. Embrace that hairline, man. You go like this, bro. You have a decent hairline. Let me fix my hair real quick. I'm at that stage in life where I gotta
Hairline's
touch my
alright.
hair back and put the
I'm gonna be
headphones
for
on.
it. You guys know her? Oh, she died.
There we go.
I'm sorry. I have to go FaceTime this girl.
That's okay. We'll just kind of silently diss you. We'll be in touch, kind of.
Oh no, he's FaceTiming, bro.
Bro, that was a perfect time for him to turn his camera off.
Sorry
crazy.
for like not FaceTiming you earlier.
Just turn on the camera, if you don't
Oh
mind.
yeah, thanks.
On the camera. You gotta see it in action.
Yeah. So what you doing right now?
We're doing a podcast. What do you mean? Let's just listen intently to his conversation. How does he execute this? And also, they don't show their face, right? I probably shouldn't ask that while he's in the conversation, because that would be weird. I don't know.
Alright. I have a question.
Yo,
What's up? Oh, backyard again. My
Alright.
favorite.
What is your biggest red flag?
all right, okay, we can talk about this. All right.
Here.
Um,
First. Mine would be I got like a 4.6 inches dong.
That's your personal red flag.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty bad.
What about you, Joel?
My red flag, I'd say, is I am lazy.
You're lazy. Okay. Sam, how about you?
No, sorry, I don't have red flags. I have fun facts.
Fun facts.
Yeah,
You have fun
it's,
facts, dude. The
it's
the
so
inside
funny.
jokes about
Right.
that whole event is
It's
mental.
a saying. Apparently that's just. I don't know.
Sam, turn on the camera. What is your red flag?
Are you talking about like red flags like in general? Or like.
No, your personal red flag
Yeah, like in general or like for a specific thing?
in general.
About yourself. Red flags about yourself.
I get unmotivated.
Okay. You got unmotivated, Daven? How about you? I'm too hot. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm so cute.
You can't commit.
Yeah,
David's red
Daven's
flag is you can't
indecisive.
commit.
He's between
Decisive.
seven people right now.
What about you, Enrico? What is your red
Me? Red flag about myself? Sometimes it's hard for me to articulate what I'm thinking. And I don't like when what I'm thinking doesn't translate into words. And I can't do that well
deep.
enough. Yeah, I'm left-brained. I like to tell people I'm left-brained. I'm very
Alright, so
left-brained.
who we eliminating?
Eliminating. Let's eliminate Daven because he's not here. Nah, whatever. He's having his conversation. Let's talk about women. What's your experience with women, Joel? You said you copped a dub.
Oh yeah, how's that? Who is this person?
Yes.
Who is he?
I copped the dub.
Who is she?
How much did it cost?
He is a junior in my grade,
Okay.
Asian.
Okay.
Asian.
I recently started dating her around Monday
Around Monday.
What's
this
her,
week.
what's her
So, you
name?
know, cool. Should I disclose that information or
Hey, at your discretion, man. At your
I
discretion.
mean, like,
we could probably guess.
I don't know anyone.
Yeah,
it's
man.
Pentina, bro. It's Pentina.
No, it's not, bro. Damn, you already know, bro. You've literally seen her.
It's Keisha Mawikere.
Dude,
No.
who is
Oh,
she?
yeah. So okay. So recently, I went to prom with her.
What's her
Oh,
name?
so I confirm. I hear you. Say no
What's her
more.
name?
Prom was very fun.
Say no
The
more.
DJ was pretty good. The songs were pretty good. I think my only complaint was the venue was a little small, but you know it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
They made good. They made. Go.
It was efficient.
They made good use of the space.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's always
That
nice.
was good.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, I mean, took her to prom. That was cool. I asked her like 3 days before prom though. So
Let's go.
3 or 4 days before prom. You know, I didn't realize there's so much stuff you have to do when you're in a relationship. Not relationship. Like when you're have a date to prom. Like I didn't like literally that day. Like my whole youth were like, all right, do you have your boutonniere and your what do you call it, corsage? I'm like,
I
huh?
know
What
that shit.
the hell is a corsage? And
Dude,
they're like,
they-
yeah, you're supposed to give it to her. I'm like, I don't know.
Dude, they love it when it's romantic. That's why. They're all over that. When you get the
She-
chance to be romantic, they're all over that.
She took care of all that stuff. So.
Oh, for real? Lucky you.
So, I still have my boutonniere in my car somewhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like, I didn't realize there's so much stuff you have to do.
Before
So who is it?
You already know.
Bro, you can infer. I've inferred already, so I don't need
Podcast
to
was-
incriminate any
podcast-
further. What's good?
Huh?
The viewers don't know.
Who's viewing?
Well, I mean, you can disclose that.
Very-
He can
very
disclose that
important
as he
people.
wish. But whatever, it's not even about the viewers, bro. It's
Yeah, I
about
mean,
us
like,
here.
you
We're
know.
talking with each other. We're bros.
I mean, like,
Oh,
I asked her
Who-
out, what,
Who's
Monday?
gonna watch this podcast anyway,
Took
right?
her to dinner, you know?
Don't worry about it.
Very cool. I have no regrets.
No regrets. Do you think you're gonna go forward with it? You keep going?
Yeah, I'll go as far as it will go.
It's cool. So you like her?
In the moment.
So you like her?
Yes.
That's cool. That's cool.
Have you disclosed her name yet?
Oh, we're just inferring, but that's up to Joel's discretion if he wants to reveal that name or not.
It's Tim's sister,
Sam will tell you.
right, Tim?
But
It's Timothy's sister.
But yeah, relationship. Excuse me.
I'll let you think about that. I'll let you think about that real deep.
What'd you say?
It's Timothy's sister.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, thank you for the double entendre, my G.
Mm-hmm.
Really appreciate it.
Entendre.
Speaking of
Double
double entendre, what about the
Speaking
other
of,
two?
Speaking of relationships, yeah, Sam, I heard you were
Yeah.
talking to a girl.
What do you-
Hold on, my mom just walked in. Oh, give me a second.
Oh
It's all good.
no.
Nah, it's all right. Why is that taboo? What's the issue though?
Well, I'll get back to this in like 10 minutes.
Okay. Well, what's so taboo about hiding your relationship? What's the fear involved of hiding it? To me, you'd have no fear at all of disclosing your. I mean, you don't have to say their name, but I mean, you're so open about your thing.
Me?
Yeah.
About what? I'm lost. Sorry.
No, you're just open about your relationship and whatever. You don't really hide it. And I don't, I'm just curious where people stem that fear of hiding their relationship from. Cuz I don't know. I haven't been in one.
I don't know. It just happens, you know.
You just
kinda
you just like to talk about it with people? Just
yeah,
normally?
you just nut and then you're good.
So who you're dating?
I don't know. It's up to my discretion to reveal that.
Exactly, you know what I'm saying?
No, I respect that.
That's all up to you. But
I'll send her the link to this live stream and she'll watch it.
yeah, you can do that. This is a bro conversation. This podcast is all about coming to an understanding of things. We ask questions, we try and get an answer. I'm not at the Rogan level where I bring experts on the matter yet.
Feel free to bring back this question back to me when I'm ready. When I'm back upstairs in my room.
Okay. But I have a bunch of topics in a spreadsheet, but they're so
Rico, how
cool.
about you? Do you have like anyone you're interested in?
No,
Are you looking for a relationship right now?
I don't think so. No.
Why not?
It's not really, I'm not really worried about it right now. It's just, I have bigger priorities generally. Yeah, I just like to work on myself for now. That all that mature stuff is later. That happens later in life. But
Yeah.
Well, some.
you got,
What'd you say?
I'm gonna huh?
Some people are desperate right now. Maybe they're just
Down bad.
down
Down
bad
bad.
is the modern term.
The 3Ds.
What are the 3Ds?
Daven down bad. I don't know the other D.
Dick. No, I don't know.
Dick.
Daven
Daven
down
dick.
bad.
Bar.
Diversify.
That's some like
yourself, dude.
Fortnite location, bro.
Yeah,
it's
the
like,
alliteration.
discovering a world that you've never been to. AKA women.
Yeah, women they're different. We can't understand them. I'm just rambling. I have boring topics here. I type every now and then I type down what? Oh, I have a little idea that I typed in here a while ago. So it says, what if I posted a ranking of Instagram followers to one of our Discord servers? What would happen? So maybe I'll ask that question. What if I made a list? What if I posted a list of people ranked based on their Instagram following? What do you think would happen?
I don't know.
Jealousy?
I don't really care about my Instagram.
Mhm.
I don't. For me, like personally, I don't really like care about followers and stuff like how many likes. I mean, it's cool to
Yeah,
have like
okay.
a bunch of likes and followers, but it's not really my priority. Because I remember thinking about it because Daven was freaking out about having 1,000 views on his TikTok.
Yeah? Yeah?
Man was
Yeah.
freaking out about that, and I was like, I guess it's all right.
Let's
I can see the
investigate.
hype, but at the same time, it's like
Let's investigate that real quick. Being
You
as
ever run out
I
of
mean, I
brown
don't
sugar
really
like
care. I just like, it just happens.
I mean, if you pop off, you pop off, bro. Go king. Or queen.
oh, is
Or-
this copyrighted?
Non or royalty, whatever.
Okay, he's got 402 followers. I have the desktop app on TikTok. Oh, Genesis just followed me on
Dude.
TikTok. But yeah, this platform is purely for irony. I'm not serious. If I need to do some research, maybe to write a verse or something, maybe I'll surf through TikTok a little bit, but it's not a daily thing for me. It's not daily. Unless I write bars every day, then sure, I'm on TikTok every day, but I'm not. If I didn't have TikTok, I probably wouldn't be worried all that much if it was deleted out of nowhere. What about you guys? If you deleted TikTok right now, what would the next 24 hours feel like for you?
The same
YouTube
thing,
Shorts.
YouTube
I'm not gonna lie,
Shorts?
bro. YouTube Shorts.
Yeah,
I can't escape it, bro. I can't escape YouTube Shorts.
exactly, dude. YouTube's adapting to the whole short form media
like,
type thing.
I use YouTube literally every day, bro. I can't. I mean, like,
Oh,
I
me
can't
too.
live off-
Me too.
I have to live off YouTube. But then ever since they introduced shorts, like it's been like, I just watch shorts every single day.
YouTube
Yeah.
is what got me into like everything. That's like
Yeah, same.
Look at
Wait,
YouTube now.
Cool. TikTok is cool. It's just like, I just hate how once you start TikTok, you can't stop until you realize you've gone too far.
Yeah,
when you're scrolling through TikTok, when you're
Yeah.
scrolling through TikTok for like a long time, it actually asks you if like you're okay or like you need a drink of water in between.
Yeah.
Well, I'll drink.
It's pretty cool though. I actually like that feature, but like
drink
Yeah,
it right now.
that's how you know where like people are so obsessed with their phones, like they can go nonstop, which is a bad thing too. And I'm
Yeah.
glad that like that TikTok actually has that feature, so that, they actually care about the audience.
I mean, I'm no stranger to mindless scrolling too, but I like to think that doesn't mean it actually happens, but I like to think, I don't do as much mindless scrolling as other people do. But let's check out my iPad screen time. Okay, iPad screen time. So this is what, So here's what my iPad screen time looks like.
Wait, Kingdom Hearts has a first-person mode?
Well, to call it a mode, as in full on, you can do combat and whatever in first person.
Yeah.
That has to be a mod, because that first-person camera was a feature in previous Kingdom Hearts games, but you couldn't do anything. It's just looking around. Yeah, this is the
I
screen
have
time.
16 hours in YouTube.
Yeah, in just this week, right?
No, not 16. 23.
23 hours in YouTube.
16 is it?
I have.
Yeah, this week is 16.
Yeah, this week I spent 15 hours and 11 minutes on YouTube. 7 hours 1 minute in Safari, so about half of my YouTube time. 2 hours 18 minutes in GarageBand. 1 hour 48 minutes in Google Docs. 1 hour 1 minute in Discord. Those are the 5 big applications I use on a daily basis. And I like to think that I use those platforms with purpose. So that's how I spend my time every day. iPads are great, underrated. However, if this was if this was the month of April, then you would see Microsoft OneNote a good amount in there too, because of this thing. This thing is magic.
Apple Pencil?
Yeah,
Poggers, bro. I have one too.
save so much
So
paper.
nice.
This is worth it, I think. It's just putting all your stuff into one space makes it easier. It's just easier. I don't like paper. I don't like paper anymore. I de-antagonize paper. Can't wait to go to UNH and write on a digital tablet, because it works.
Dude, it's probably the best thing I ever bought. Like my iPad is like, I haven't used it since college ended or my semester ended. I haven't touched this in so long. I have all my notes too, everything. It's like
What note app
lifesaver.
do you use?
I use OneNote.
Oh,
Oh
OneNote!
no. Sorry. Oh no, sorry. Good Notes.
Good Notes? Dude,
Good Notes.
the only reason why I use OneNote... Or well, actually, maybe I'll ask you this. Is there a reason why you use Good Notes over other note-taking apps?
I honestly don't know. I tried using Notability for one day, but it didn't work out. and I ended up switching over to GoodNotes because like it just has like a more simpler feature in my. I don't know why.
It's more
It has like
intuitive.
I guess, but like I guess like you're more. I mean, this could be for any other note taking app, but it's more organized in my opinion.
Okay.
I don't know. Like it just works for me. I tried using GoodNotes, meh. I tried using OneNote, meh. Notability, meh. GoodNotes is the wave.
What turns you off from using Microsoft OneNote?
Actually, I did use it before on my laptop though to like actually write the notes.
Okay.
But then I switched over to GoodNotes just because I wanted to try out like writing it on my iPad.
Okay.
So
It's okay. See, um, I used to write digital notes with this thing, and
whatever.
doing a wrist forearm motion every time you want to draw stuff, it gets annoying. But the only reason why I use Microsoft Paint, it's because. Uh-oh, what happened? Okay, we're good. The only reason why I use Microsoft Paint, it's because the page size was unlimited. So I could make it bigger and bigger and bigger. I take what I like to call unlimited notes. Let me see if I can demonstrate this. See, I looked at GoodNotes and Notability, and they only have a set size for your notes, right? You can't make it
Yeah.
any bigger. So, in stuff like, let's take my final exam review for example. That's not good. The
Damn.
visibility on this is, wow. Let's make this darker. So, there we go.
Yo, what?
So, wait, this is just
What?
final exam review, but look, this page,
What?
oh, oops, this page, look how much space I have to do
Yeah,
notes.
that's pretty good.
It's pretty good,
Damn.
absolutely. But it's smaller than Microsoft Paint, which is a bum,
That's what you said.
but, you
That's
know.
good. I don't know. I've just been so used to GoodNotes for like a few months. I've just stuck with it.
Joel,
Yeah, my friend sent this to me, by the way.
they have what?
One of my good friends, she sent this to me. She, by the way, she.
I don't like that. What is that?
It's so stupid. I don't know.
I agree. That's weird.
She's fucking weird.
Joel, are you allowed to bring your iPad to school?
I mean, I haven't tried. I feel like I would do it for college though. The Apple Pencil thing is good.
Dude, this is...
I have it. I use Procreate sometimes to edit
Procreate.
photos,
Oh, okay.
stuff like that, and it's pretty goated. But I mean, I already bought a notebook and everything, so I mean, I'll just stick with that for now.
Okay.
Like once I'm in college, I'm definitely gonna use that.
It is, it's good. Trust me.
'Cause, like I feel like what, I mean, since we're like switching to digital, like a lot of my classes is like, all right, I just post it in the classroom, do it on the classroom, stuff like that. And like I feel like I could just get away with using iPad, but some of my teachers still go like, all right, can you tear a sheet of paper up and
Yeah.
turn it in or something like that?
Yeah.
So like, yeah.
I get it. But note-taking wise, would they... So if you take notes, how often do you take notes in class? Would you say pretty often?
I mean, right now I have chemistry and Spanish. and I
Okay.
take the majority of my notes during those classes. So yeah,
Okay.
I take a decent amount of notes.
Right, boys, sorry to interrupt, but I'll have to be back.
Sure.
I will be. If you guys are still here, I'll be. Come back.
Okay.
Come back.
All right. Have
Right,
fun in
thank
your CS thing.
Yep.
All right, and then there were two.
There were two. Sam is somewhere. Daven is also probably talking to women. We gotta decipher women. What are women?
I mean, I've already deciphered. No, I. Yeah.
What?
There's a little saying I got from Love Live Serve, and they got it from someone else. and they're like, if you want to catch fish, ask the fisherman, not the fish. Which is
the fisherman, not the fish.
which is another way of kind of saying if you want to get girls, ask the guy, not the girl.
What does that mean? Like ask like yourself.
Or
How do I get girls?
if you're trying to get advice on how to get girls, ask the person who got the girls. Don't ask the girls themselves. But I'm not sure if that analogy applies there. In that, you know, if you ask, well, let's put it this way: if you want to catch fish, can you ask the fish on how to be caught? Can you
True.
can you
Can't
ask
force the
them?
fish to be caught.
Exactly, man.
Not wrong. But sometimes the fish catches you. You know.
Right. Yeah, maybe the fish will swim up to me. There's plenty of fish in the sea.
That's why when my little sister
Really?
caught a fisherman.
Really? Or maybe
Yeah.
she caught a fisherman. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not the other way around.
Yes.
Or maybe it's a fisher woman, and
male
she
fish.
caught a male fish.
Well, why can't we just be equal? Why can't we both be fisher man and woman, or man or man or?
Well, you know what? Maybe it's a saying. Fisher person. We'll call them fish people.
What about fish man, fish woman?
Fish man,
fish
fish
woman.
women, fisher woman, Fisher Price. No, I'm just kidding.
Price.
But I don't know. A lot of questions here.
I mean, are you saying that you need advice?
No, I'm just curious because it seems to be a raging topic these days about finding a partner, and I'm like, do you need it now or can you wait a
I
little
mean,
bit?
like, for me, it was kind of just circumstance.
Okay.
I remember before prom or for like a week or two before prom, she started showing signs that she likes me.
Okay.
I was like, you know, I'll take her to prom. I wasn't planning to take anyone to prom. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll just take her to prom because why not? It's my only prom for high school, so I'll just do that. And then one thing led to another, and I was like, oh, I really enjoyed my time with her, so I'll just ask her out. Yeah, and now we're in a relationship, which I'm
Okay, I'm back.
happy with. So, Sam, what are your thoughts on girls?
Oh, girls? They're okay, I guess.
They're okay. What makes them okay?
Depends on the girl.
Didn't you say you had a girl in mind?
I did. Oh yeah, sort of.
Elaborate.
Should I elaborate?
Turn
Okay.
your camera.
I'm on my PC.
Oh, you have a wait. Then how the hell do you do Omegle?
On my MacBook.
Go on your MacBook then.
That's so much work.
We're here to ask questions and whatever. We're navigating life as we speak.
So I guess there's been one person. It's still kind of early. Just been still kind of talking, like, yes, but
Okay.
I don't wanna go too crazy too quickly because that'd be kind of weird. So I've just been kind of
Casual.
chill. Well, sort of, yeah. Like we still call, like yesterday. Joel was talking about, Sam, why are you calling her? Or like, bro, like first of all, we scheduled to call a little earlier, but she was kind of late, so that's why.
But you gotta call her first and then join the call. So I did yesterday.
I did, but I didn't pick up, so I was like, oh, maybe she fell asleep. And then she called me an hour later. I'm like, bruh, you're a little.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. So that's been happening, and honestly, such an upgrade.
That's wild. Bro.
That's nice.
That's
No,
wild.
not gonna lie, bro. Even her brother agrees. I'm like, dang, she looks better, Sam. Don't quote me on that. But
Oh,
like,
dude, come on.
Wild,
no,
bro.
like I swear, no, I swear. He
That's
literally
wild,
agreed.
bro.
He agreed. He was like, wait, she looks better. I'm like,
Nah,
yeah, I
he's
know.
biased. He's
That's
biased.
wild.
No.
dude.
He's biased.
It's not wild. It's just kind of true. But yeah.
I mean, how's it? I mean,
Yeah.
you're gonna ask her out. You're gonna.
No,
Anyway.
yeah, no. Still gonna.
I mean, like,
Keep taking it slow.
My view on like asking people out. I mean, like, I asked my girlfriend pretty quickly. Well, probably
you're dating her?
we already did history before.
Wait, you're dating her?
Yeah. I thought you already
Oh,
knew.
you guys are dating?
We're dating.
Oh wait, I thought.
Dating.
Oh, I didn't know you guys were dating. I thought you just
I
asked
started
her to
dating
prom.
her Monday.
I thought you just asked her to prom and everything.
Yeah, I asked her to prom, and then
I
on
thought-
Monday we had a date. And
Yeah, I thought you guys were just kind of a thing. I didn't know you guys were dating. Wait, so you?
yeah, I made the thing into a. Now we're dating.
I didn't know you guys were official. I did not know that. No. But yeah.
I mean, like.
So I guess.
I've learned from past experiences to not take it too fast and not take it too slow and wait for the right time. And I took that right time, and now we're chilling.
You're capitalizing on it.
And I learned to be. I mean, since now I have a car and stuff like that, I can do more stuff. So I was like, you know what? I'll just ask her on a date, and then ask on the date, and then, yeah.
Hey, Joel's cuffed. I did not know this. Honestly, wait, would you have asked her to prom if I did not tell you to do it?
I mean, originally I wasn't planning to go with anyone, but then she showed signs for liking me. I was like, why not? I also had a talk with some youth members, and they're like, you should probably ask her. But I did.
Okay. Well, I guess for me it's different because I literally just met her like last month, so I don't want to ask her out yet.
Okay.
Yeah,
What did you
yeah.
find? Where'd you find
Uh-huh.
her? How'd you find her?
Okay, so this is how it went. So I'm not gonna name names, but my friend, we're gonna call her. Give a name, guys. Give a
Sam.
name. Give a name.
Sam.
Give a code name. No, that'd be weird.
In
Sam.
Treehouse, I don't know.
We'll call her Rogue.
Rogue.
No, Rogue, that name's already taken, man.
Okay, Rogue, right? So my friend Rogue, Rogue and I were having a conversation, right, over text,
Okay.
and she was like, "Yeah, we're both single, like me and Rogue, but we both agreed to like, yeah, we're fine with being single, but it would be nice to like have someone, like it'd be like a bonus." And then Rogue was like, "Wait, I have someone in mind that could work for you." I'm like, "Wait, what are you talking
That's
about?"
a very. Whoa.
And she was like, "How do you feel about a blind date?" And I'm like, "No, I am not into blind dates. I am not comfortable with that because like, what if I don't like them? Second, what if it's awkward? You know what I mean?" So like, I wasn't really fond of the idea of blind dates, but I was like, why don't I just get her contact or something? I don't know, and then we could just go from there. Or like, I don't know, what she even look like? And then yeah, that happened. And then she was like, "Are you interested?" I was like, "Sure, whatever." And then Rogue went to her. I'm gonna call her Alinda.
Okay.
We're gonna call her Linda. Linda, comma. Finish it, Drake. Finish it, Enrico.
Linda.
Oh, never mind. Anyway, so Linda, right? So, Rogue talked to Linda, and she was like, "Yo, so I have this guy, blah 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 blah," and then she sent pictures, blah 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 blah, and then Linda was like, and then she was like, "So what do you think of him?" And then Linda was like, "Oh, he's cute." So I was like, "Oh, okay." And then she added me on Snap, and then we started talking a little, and then I got her number because she doesn't use Snap often. So I was like, "Yo, I'll just yeah," and then that's where we are.
That's a unexpected origin story.
Yeah, that is a very unexpected order. Yes.
Huh.
That's why I don't really like sharing with people when people are like, "How did you meet her?" I don't really like explaining it. Because that's why.
Well, that's cool though.
Yeah, I mean, it's friend of a friend.
Mm-hmm.
Genesis S says.
I got a referral.
You did what?
I got a referral.
A fro?
Anyway.
Referral.
Oh, referral.
Referral code.
Oh.
Yo, Jen is watching.
He
What the
said
heck?
Linda seems chill. But maybe, yeah. Linda's cool. I've only had a glimpse of Linda. I was trolling with Sam in the car a little bit when we did the DoorDash. But I don't know how often you guys call each other, but she called while we were on DoorDash, and she was doing her makeup. And she says, "Okay, I'll talk to you later." I'm like, "Okay, all right. I guess if you want to talk later, you talk later." Did you talk later after DoorDash?
Let me think. Oh yeah, but not long though, cause she goes to bed kind of early. So it was like a 10-minute call, and then she just fell asleep. So yeah. Not even 10 minutes. Maybe it was like 3. And then she was like, "Okay, I'm gonna go sleep now." Okay, deuces. So like, yeah.
Do you know her routine?
Kind of, sorta. She wakes up at 6 o'clock in the morning. Voluntarily.
That's wow. That's
I know.
That's pretty good.
It's 6 or 7. Actually, no, I wake up at 7.
She's
This
an
is cool.
early bird. She's an early bird. What's it called? Morning person?
Yeah.
Morning
Yeah,
person.
whatever. She's a morning person. And yeah. And then I don't know, she's taking summer classes. She's doing that. She's really studious. She works a lot, I think. So like, yeah. She's a hard worker.
That's good.
Yeah.
Business
And then there's
major?
me. No, she's
Oh, biology. I remember, right? Biology.
it's like bio or biomed, but
Yeah, dude, biomed,
she
bro.
I'm not sure. Okay, so I heard she was on the so at the first time she told me she was on the pre-med track, but I'm not sure if she still wants to. I'm not sure. Yeah, so like something biology. It was something like biology. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah. Something hard like that.
Well, tell her to move into the chemical engineering program, because
So she can meet you.
yeah, we
concealer for me.
just need more engineers.
Do we though?
Engineers. I think so. Isn't there crazy competition for people aspiring in business, though?
I mean, there's competition everywhere, right?
But more so for people that have business majors.
Because business is most common. Probably.
I
This
don't
makes
know.
sense, yeah.
It would make sense, but I think probably.
Genesis S asks, Sam, how long was your longest call with Linda?
Not that long. Like 2 hours, maybe.
2 hours.
Not that long. Like 2 hours, 2.5. 3, maybe. I don't know. Wait, no, it wasn't 3. It was like 2.
Have you convinced her to call on Discord? Or are you more
No.
comfortable with your phone rather than Discord?
She doesn't have Discord because she's scared of Discord.
Oh,
That's crazy.
because it's for gamers?
She like made fun of me because I use Discord.
Oh.
Cause she's like cause like the whole TikTok thing where like the Discord kitten, she thought that like that was a real thing everywhere. I'm
It's
like,
not.
bro, that's not real.
It's
That's
not
just
as
like
ubiquitous as you
that's
think.
This is for
it's
weird
not.
people.
It's not. That's just a stereotype, man. It's
Not everybody is a creep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
everyone's
don't.
a Discord
I'm not
kitten.
active in one server that has Discord kittens. That's like that's not a thing. And like she was kind of convinced that it was, so it was kind of yeah. I don't know.
Dude, you gotta change that, because
Crazy.
I don't know.
well, that's an interesting insight on women.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
That was hard.
let me ask you a weird question.
Ask away, bro.
So,
Sex.
how long has it been?
Bro.
Actually, it's kind of a personal question. Is it okay if I ask you a personal question?
Yes, but I might refuse to answer.
Okay.
That's crazy.
All right, it's a long one, so if you respond with one word, I'll be a little let down. But okay, how long has it been since you separated from your now ex?
Wait, I have a question. I have a side question. Have you?
Yeah.
Sam,
I
have
don't
you
know.
ever
I
had a
don't,
relationship?
I don't know if I want to answer these questions anymore. All right, next topic. Can we
Yeah,
talk
that's
about Enrico?
Enrico, what is your ideal girl?
fair. Okay, let's break this down, right? I don't know. I don't think about this that often. So it might be a little long and awkward for me to formulate a response. But I guess see, I've been watching a lot of those E-dates. I'm kind of tempted to take an answer from one of those questions. Just someone who is honest. Not completely dependent on their significant other. So honest,
Question.
not completely dependable. Is there a third trait I aspire?
Really dependable.
Yeah.
Someone like independent.
Well, I guess independent, but then I also kind of think of independent as not really being in a relationship at all. You know what I mean? I just think of independent as in the literal definition of independent, as in not or separate from somebody else. But that's what I think
I'm confused
independent
now.
means.
So you're looking for single girls.
Is that is? Well, I mean, not actively looking, but it wouldn't that be the objective to find?
Wait,
someone-
can you say
I
it
know,
again?
but I'm confused because you said the girl has to be independent.
Well,
Like,
no.
you
I
mean that
meant
isn't
not completely
related.
dependent on their significant other.
An independent
Yeah, so
woman.
they have to
I
be
know what you mean.
independent.
Yeah, you're an independent person.
I guess I don't know. I
Like,
just
they're not.
it's a little.
They're
weird.
not. They're not codependent. That's what he means.
Yes.
Right,
Is he
codependent.
not-
That's a great yes. Not codependent. That's a great way of putting it.
They're not like. They're not like only feel okay when they're talking to them 24/7.
Exactly. Yes.
sure.
Codependence. I don't. Yes, that's a great way to put it. But those are two traits. A trophy hunter. No, I'm just kidding.
Trophy hunter.
An
Trophy hunter.
woman?
What's that, Jen?
So you're looking for, sorry, because I was watching the stream. So you want a woman that
But you
doesn't want to
you
be
want a
too
woman?
dependent on you.
No, he wants an independent woman.
Okay,
Someone that's
who's
not
a girl who can
codependent.
hold her own without relying on Rico.
that makes sense. I mean, that's valid.
Yeah.
That's valid.
Valid. Like I think Linda is a pretty independent person.
Yeah, I think my
Yes. That is evident. I strongly believe that.
Like I can go like a couple days without talking to her, and I'm like I'm fine, and it's fine, and then she just calls me out of nowhere, and it's like, yo,
yeah,
like it's like whatever.
Other traits.
and those kind of girls.
Like honestly, that's cool because it's like I'm not pressured to like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
I need somebody with aspirations. That's a third trait. And again, subject to change. I don't think about it that often. This is just a hypothetical. I feel like it kind of constitutes what most people want in a significant other, don't you think? Someone who's honest, not codependent, and ambitious. Maybe might be a better term for that. What else? That's all I can. That's the most I can think of for now. That's the most important. I'd say someone who's logical, but okay, no. Not logical. I'd say someone who's passionate, but then again, what does that mean? Passionate about what? I'd say passionate for something in general. Passionate and ambitious kind of go hand in hand with each other for me. So 4 traits, and but those are qualitative. I don't really worry about the quantitative traits of a partner. Well, that's all I have for now. That's all I can think of. Really. What about you guys?
Please say it again.
What are traits? You know what? Here's a more applicable question. What are traits that you see in your current partners that you like? And this goes
Okay.
for all three of you.
What is the question?
What are traits that you see in your current partners that you like?
I mean, she's very independent, which I like. She
Okay.
can hold her own. She doesn't have to depend on me.
Okay.
She's very pog.
Very pog. Heard.
I think she, what's it called? She's also like very. She's a pretty good leader. I mean, she's a leader of a club
Oh, okay.
called the Multicultural Club.
Okay.
She's very active in school, so
That's very
I
good.
think I really like her ambition and motivation to do that kind of stuff.
That's awesome.
I feel like I don't really have that kind of thing. You know, I'm not.
That's
I don't
totally
really
understandable.
see myself doing clubs and stuff like that. So I really like how she puts herself out there and stuff like that.
Yeah. See, I watch a bunch of. I'm subscribed to a few self-motivational channels, and there's this one guy, his name is Sinek, and he emphasizes that there's no shame in not being a leader, because he compares leadership to parenting. Everybody has the capacity to be a parent. However, not everybody wants to be, and not everybody should be a parent. You know what I mean? Just like how, all of us, we talk to people. We have the capacity to be leaders. However, maybe some of us shouldn't be leaders or want to be leaders. And that I agree. I think I don't know if optional is the way to put it, but it's not, leadership shouldn't be imperative is what I'm getting at. You just have to be lucky to find someone who's active and takes and is a leader in her community, which is good, which is awesome. But, don't expect to find that trait in everybody you see. And just understand that not everybody wants to be a leader. You know what I mean? So you're lucky to have found a leader in your partner. What else? What else y'all like about y'all partners? Maybe Genesis can disclose some stuff. You don't have to be explicit in the name or whatever.
Sure.
Just disclose
yeah.
traits that you like.
Yeah, I will say, like, there are a lot of things I like about my partner, especially just being able to, like, whenever you have a bad day, or whenever I have a bad day, I always come to her, and we FaceTime pretty often, talk about how our days went,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just really comforting, just especially after a really bad day.
Okay.
And also with I really appreciate and I aspire her. She's going through a lot of hardships right now,
Mm-hmm.
but she's still balancing her personal problems with school, and it's really impressive how she's able to stay in one piece and able to keep a sane mind while doing all of that. So I really appreciate her hard work.
Awesome. Yeah. Glad to hear it.
Well said.
Must be nice.
What? So Sam, you said that she's independent, she's a hard worker. Anything else?
Well, like I said, it's really only been a month since I've met her, so
Okay.
I can't name anything too deep yet. But she's easy to talk to. She's not dry.
Okay.
She's so cool. I feel like she's really organized. Like she has a whole schedule, and she like I said, how she wakes up early and just to do whatever,
Yeah.
to study early in the morning. I don't know, but she's really smart, and I like how she's independent. That's cool. And what else? Oh, she's she has a really good music taste. She has a really nice music taste. I listen to her. Sometimes I download her playlists just to listen to them in the car while I DoorDash or something.
Okay.
It's cool. There are a couple other things. She also is a very attractive person. Not gonna forget that.
Mhm.
And that's all I'm gonna say.
Would you say that
Yeah.
she's disciplined, from what you know? Does she discipline
yeah, I'd say
herself?
so. Well, I what do you mean by that?
As in, she wakes up 6 a.m. voluntarily, does she like waking up at 6 a.m.? Or she's like, ugh, I hate waking up in the morning, but I have to get everything done in one day.
I'm not sure, but I think it might be a little bit of both, because I know sometimes she wakes up early in the morning to like study, and so she can do other stuff later.
Yeah.
But she's also a morning person, so maybe she wants to, so maybe it just helps. So I don't know, but I would probably say she's disciplined. Like, she seems pretty mature, so I mean.
Okay. That's cool. Yeah, those are good traits. Okay. Actually, was there enough to be said about that question? What was the question? What are traits you like in women? Yeah, we've got.
Enrico, have you ever pursued someone recently,
Pursued? No.
actively or passively?
What do you mean by
Well,
that?
have you blah, 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 blah. Have you ever had any history? Anyone? Your dating history, relationship history, anything?
No.
I feel like I haven't really heard anything.
Not even superficially. You know how people are together at middle school and whatever, in high school, and how it's all superficial sometimes? I didn't have that growing up.
Okay.
Maybe for the better. But for my entire childhood, I don't have a history of people that I've tried to pursue. I don't think. Or maybe it's just me thinking that those attempts weren't successful. If I did, but I don't remember. I don't remember kind of pursuing anybody growing up. So no, I don't think I have.
What were your thoughts on I'm mixing up my words. What were your thoughts on our recent D-Date guest?
No. Well,
Would you date her?
what?
Yes. Would you
Would
date
you
her?
date?
Dude, I don't even know.
Okay, wait. Answer Jen's question first.
What did I think of our guest? Knowing what I know now, as in, we had that whole post-match conference. She
Yeah.
spilled her heart out to us. I can say that trying to choose my words carefully here. I think it's evident that she's experienced past trauma. However, I think it's admirable that she is able to look past that and put on. I sound weird saying this. Put on a good performance for the E-Date, despite of what she knows in the past with her past relationships. So, yeah, I still feel sorry for what she went through, but I think that she's doing a good job at coping with her trauma, and it's kind of evident too. She seemed to react pretty strongly about she didn't like the idea of disposing of stuffed animals, because she asked that question, and when one of the contestants said, "Oh yeah, I threw away my stuffed animals. I gave it to the young children," she was like, "No, you're supposed to keep them." And then once the whole thing was done, I kind of put two and two together. I was like, maybe stuffed animals was somewhat of a coping mechanism for her. Maybe she looked to them. She was fixated on that object, while going through all her trauma. So the way I understand why she reacted the way that she did.
Makes sense.
Yeah, that's really what I have to say, without being too explicit. Yeah, a great contestant. Great guest. Had some nice energy with some of the contestants. She looked presentable for the event. She asks some pretty let's say more detailed questions than what you would normally think. But overall, it was everything went as planned the first time around, and all thanks to her. So, great person. Maybe I rambled there, but then again, my red flag is difficulty articulating my thoughts. So, that's.
I think it was perfectly fine. I think you explained it very well.
I only say that because I don't know. I had a really cheesy speech. So, the few times I go to church, it's for some special events usually. So in June of last year, we went to church, and yeah, dude, I had a bunch of church speeches that were humiliating. The only reason why I say I have trouble articulating what I want to say is because there are two instances where I felt that, the way I said something was weird and it didn't really come across well. The first instance of this was the Sunday after PYT. That's the Presbyterian Youth Triennium. It's a 5-day kind of Bible camp in West Lafayette, Indiana, at Purdue University. So we did that. PYT ended on Saturday, and we came home at 5 a.m. the next Sunday, and then we still had to go to church that day too. So I was operating off of 2 hours of sleep before we attended the service, and you're kind of obligated to say stuff to the congregation. They're like, "Oh, what? Yeah, how was PYT for you?" They ask that to each and every one of the participants. Everybody said their own thing, and then here comes my turn. They give me the microphone. First thing that comes to mind off my sleep deprived mind is, "Oh yeah, I learned that the Bible has racist ideologies in it." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, that was such a wild card I threw at them, because we were learning about the Tower of Babel at PYT, and they had a little seminar on campus about, oh yeah, racist this, racist that, God this, God that, and I was like, I didn't put two and two together, but that was the only thing that stood out for me, and then I just cut myself off. I was like, no, I don't want to ever say that the Bible's racist ever again. That's not a good image for Christianity. And then the next instance where I felt like I had trouble articulating my words is that I went on a 3-minute long spiel the Sunday after I graduated from high school, and I don't know, I don't remember exactly what I said, but I didn't get a lot of fanfare for my speech. Because I was saying, oh yeah, thanks to my brother, thanks to all these kids, y'all can keep moving on and whatever. Yeah, I learned how important it is to have friends, and that went on, and that dragged on, and I was like, I said too much. I'm just gonna keep it short and sweet from now on. So, yeah, I have trouble articulating my thoughts because of what I remember from those two instances. Yeah, I'm not the best orator, clearly, but I'm left-brained. I'm more analytical than anything.
I feel that. I feel like sometimes I would say stuff while I'm thinking it, then it would just go all a mess.
Yeah,
It would just be a mess.
it's not organized.
I feel you on that one. Yeah.
All right. Huh? I don't know. I also talk too fast. I would stumble on my words,
Yeah.
and I would just say some completely random crap.
Like that. Oh my god, that happened to me in that mock E-Day where she asked the first question, like, what's your red flag? Like, I didn't process that question correctly, and I just said what I didn't think before I speak, so it sounded so ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I know it wasn't even a big deal, but I still cringe about it when I think back to that moment.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's the little things that make me feel uneasy, and oh man, why did I say that?
Yeah. No, it was a valid way of saying, Oh yeah, what don't you like in a relationship? I think you just kind of misheard it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's it really. I don't think it was. Yeah, I think all you did was misheard it, because I think that's a valid response to a different question, but not the question that she asked. So you're fine. I think you're fine. It was a good response, just a different question. Yeah, relationships. I mean, I'm open to questions. It feels like a Q&A, but we ask
Q&A.
questions. Oh, tomorrow tomorrow I will be a trophy hunter for 71 months.
21 months.
Almost 6 years. So I started trophy hunting on the 27th of June 2016. And tomorrow it will have been 71 months since I've earned my first platinum trophy. So going on 6 years soon. And I don't think I would change it for anything. I love trophy hunting. Although I am afraid to start XCOM 2 because of it's notoriously one of the hardest platinum trophies ever. So
It'll be a breeze.
I'll check it out. I'll probably start it tomorrow. Dabble in some XCOM. Maybe throw some Persona 5 in there tomorrow.
Persona 5.
Yeah.
Persona 5.
And throw some DC Universe if I have downtime. I always have downtime, but if nothing's really going on, I'll throw in some DC Universe Online in there. So yeah, I'm a gamer right now. I also write bars from time to time, which I enjoy. But as a guy who loves math, I feel like I shouldn't be writing bars because I don't know. I don't think I'm a complex thinker. I'm not an abstract thinker, I should say. I'm so left-brained. I'm just gonna keep using the word left-brained to describe how I like things that are. I love math. That's why I love math and science. Math and science just clicks for me. And when I write an essay, I feel like I'm writing a lab report instead of an essay. You know what I mean? It's just I'm stating facts instead of what? I don't know. I find it hard to put stuff into words sometimes. And there you go. Here's another. There was another tangent for you. We went from trophy hunting to writing.
There you go. I think
papers.
you're doing pretty well in life. I feel like you found your passion and you're pursuing it. I think
Yeah.
like for me, I'm kind of lost. I feel like I don't know what I want to do when I grow up. I don't know, I don't know my direction. I feel like I see so much stuff that I find interesting. I just don't know what to pick, or I don't know what will make me successful or happy. Cause I remember I really wanted to be like a YouTuber back then. YouTuber. Fire, bro! I'm about to do some stuff. I was when I was a middle school. That's why I did all those Critico. I did all that kind of stuff. And then once I started going to high school, I feel like I was YouTube's pretty unrealistic.
Yeah.
And so I feel like during high school I just kind of felt lost. I what's it called? I was interested in programming,
Okay.
but I still haven't learned programming at all yet. I've
Yeah.
learned the basics.
Never too late.
But I'm taking a class on programming next year.
Okay.
So if I'm interested, I'll continue that. But I also dabbled in the business. I took marketing this year. And so I've been doing so much I've been trying to take in as much, learn as much things as possible, but I just don't know what to do.
Yeah.
I remember today I watched a video. Apex Legends, the video game.
Yes, I do.
So I watched a video on how they do the mocap. You know what that is?
Yeah.
The
Motion
motion
capture.
animation for all the characters. I was that's a really cool. I would want to do that, or at least help with that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I thought about like, can I do that? Because I found that interesting. Maybe like I've thought about this. I feel like my mind right now, like what's it called, my drive is to create.
Hmm.
I feel like what's it called? Like I was like, all right, I really like programming. I actually really like video editing too. That shit's fire. I remember I had like a drawing phase where I drew a bunch of drawings, like anime drawings. And so like I thought about, I was like, maybe my drive is to create, but I don't know what to create. Like I recently made this video, music video, in my youth, and that was really fun.
Yeah.
That was fun. I helped. Shout out Sam.
Yeah, sure, yeah, editing. But like, I edited the video and I really enjoyed that. But then I was like, is that really what I want to do? Kind of create that kind of stuff. And I also like what's it called? Thought about like doing like going back to YouTube, trying to do some YouTube videos, create that. Or like maybe I want to be part of something bigger, where I want to create like a whole ass video game, be part of that. Or even like movie. I want to create a movie. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I want to create so much stuff. At the same time, I don't know what to create. I don't know what I want to do. That's what got me like messed up right now. I don't know what. Like I see all the paths. I think I know which one to take.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
You had
with
a general
you.
idea though. That's good.
I'm with you on the creating thing, because, you know me, I do projects and whatever from time to time, but I like it when it's just I like putting all my efforts into doing something. So, you know, in a lot of my downtime, you know, I'm not in school, at least. I'm not in school at the moment. So I fill in that downtime by creating other music and whatever. So that's one way I fill in my downtime. Right now it's a hobby. If anything major comes up while on my music ventures, maybe I'll take up on it, but I know that the music industry is pretty shady. Yeah. So music is still a hobby. Video games still a hobby. School. I mean, I'm in the math and sciences. I'm a bioengineering major right now at Great Bay. Though I'm not sure. The only thing that I haven't figured out in life is where I go after college, because that's all I've planned out for now. Great Bay and UNH.
You mean like? Do you mean like go like for a job, or do you mean like where
As
do you
in-
live, or like moving at?
Mostly a job, but even those variables I haven't accounted for yet. So after UNH, you know, I have 2 degrees under my belt. The question is, what do I do with
Wait.
them?
2 degrees?
Well, hypothetically, once I graduate, I'll have an associate's in bioengineering and a bachelor's in chemical engineering. That's how it
Oh.
works, right? You
I
can get
thought
an
it was, like,
associate's
Yeah, I guess
first.
because it's not the same. So I guess.
Well, yeah. But regardless, you know, the question is, where am I going after UNH? I don't know. I have a major, or I have a degree that you know qualifies me as a chemical engineer, but the question, what does that really entail after UNH? What am I gonna be? What am I gonna do? What, CAD design or whatever? I don't even know the potential careers you can get with a chemical engineering degree, to be honest. I just went in head first because I know.
Engineer.
What's that?
Chemical engineer.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, chemical engineer, but I feel like there are more discrete subcategories that also fit under that chemical engineering umbrella.
Yeah, I have a question.
Yeah.
What made you pick the major chemical engineering? Are you like interested in it or?
I think all my life I've gravitated towards the math and sciences because I love certainty, and with math and science, you know, there's most of the time there's a right answer, not even undisputed. There's a right answer for math and science, and because I like that so much, you know, that goes into engineering. You know, growing up, I guess I gravitated towards being an engineer because it seemed like a buzzword to me. Ooh, engineer, you make things. Cool, you make stuff. You're an engineer. Specializing in chemical engineering, I really don't know. I just yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I wanted to become a chemical engineer versus a mechanical, electrical, etc. I feel like, you know, actually, at the time, I felt like being a chemical engineer has the most realistic applications because chemistry is everywhere. Everything in this room is made up of one of the 118 elements on the periodic table. So, you know, knowing that chemistry is everywhere in this room, that's I feel like it might have been, one, probably easy for me to find a job after college, and two, it's just everywhere. I can apply it everywhere. I don't know if that was a good enough answer, but that's what I feel like how I got the idea to become a chemical engineer. Y'all talk amongst yourselves. I'm gonna go use the bathroom real quick. Hold on.
Sam, why did you pick business? Sam,
I took marketing.
marketing business.
I took marketing in my junior year and senior year, and I realized that I kind of want to do something business, so that's why I took business. That's it. And I realized that I don't think I'm good enough at math to be an engineer, so I figured might as well do business. You know, but I feel like if I was interested enough in like science, or if I was like really good at math, I would probably do engineering. But honestly, I'm kind of glad I didn't, because I feel like I'd be unmotivated to do a lot of the work. I even get unmotivated to do my own business work, bro. Huh? Oh.
How about you, Jen?
My major in IT.
Which is harder than mine. So props to you, bro. Even though I carried you through high school, lol.
Oh yeah.
Why IT?
Ooh. Okay. Get ready at your popcorn, because IT. It all started off back in, let's say my junior year, where CTC courses are getting introduced by, I don't know, I just got introduced to a lot of juniors, even though some people started my sophomore year.
Yeah.
But Enrico has noticed this. A bunch, and I mean a bunch of, well, I won't over exaggerate. The majority of my friend group were taking, it was called Computer System Networking, the course name at the time, but we just called IT for short. Basically, I saw a couple guys that we know are already in that course, and I forgot who, like, there's like Adiel and the other, like Kyle too. We just saw them in that course. Oh geez, I'm starting. Those two, I think Adiel and Kyle, they applied first to that course. And then me, being typical bandwagoner, was like, you know what, why not? I'll just do it for the sake of just being in that class and being a goofball. And first year of that course, I actually learned some stuff there about computers, building PCs, and also a bit of switches and routers, how they work and how they come together. Second year was when COVID hit. Some people dropped out of the IT course. Yeah, I forgot. Noel was in that course too, Napitupulu salon.
He
So it was
dropped.
just me. Huh?
He dropped out of it.
He didn't. Well, at that time he didn't drop out. I think he already dropped out this year. But the second year, so it was like me, Noel, Kyle. So we were still stuck in that second year of IT. That was when I had no idea what was going on. I started cutting corners. This program that we used to do our IT work, which is called Cisco, easily accessible through the internet. Just do a simple copy and paste and you'll find the answers. So I relied too much on that to the point where that year I learned little to nothing in that class. And sure, we do trash on our instructor, which, to be fair, her teaching, what was it? Her teaching methods are mostly trash. But then again, I look at myself. I did look up the majority of the answers, so I was also a big part of not progressing with this IT education. And when college applications came along, got accepted to a school in Boston in information technology. Got rejected from UNH because of my GPA. And then I looked at Great Bay. I was like, I might as well do Great Bay. But, the fact that I got accepted to WIT in the major of information technology, it just gave me that guilty feeling like, I don't know if I deserve this because I haven't learned anything in my second year. But here I am now in Great Bay. I will admit again, I've been cutting corners sometimes in my classes, but I'm slowly but surely learning more of IT. But as of right now, I'm actually planning to switch from IT to computer science, as I've heard there are way more job openings for computer science with software engineers, programmers, etc., etc. But yeah, it's what started off with me just bandwagoning and having fun, and here I am, with IT being my main focus for my potential future career. Just any kid who's watching this in their junior year, sophomore year, please choose like what you want to do. Don't bandwagon. Don't always follow what your friends are doing. Just do what you're really passionate about. That's all I gotta say.
Did you guys ever convince me to take the same class as you guys, or?
I'm pretty sure we have, but it wasn't as much. But I did remember your comment. It was pretty sly, but I was low-key like, you were right, Enrico. You said something along the lines of, you guys are taking that class while I'm taking engineering, just following my own passion. Unlike you guys. And then, even though they laughed it off, I laughed it off too. I also had that thought. You were low-key right, Enrico.
It was, if I had the chance to apologize back then, I'd apologize for that comment. I would not say that now.
That is the harsh truth, though.
Yeah, that's a pretty backhanded comment from me. I'm gonna admit to that.
You're good.
But even then, me saying that, I would still be a year behind in pre-engineering, because there are 3 years to pre-engineering, and I only took 2 in high school. So a little bit of a shame on me. You know what? Actually, I was on the course to become a pretty prolific pre-engineer in high school, but I took Intro to Engineering my freshman year, and I kind of got screwed over in that class because I didn't really know how to navigate a lot of the projects, and I didn't get a lot of help on some of the later projects when we were assigned mandatory partners. So I was lost in the last moments of my Intro to Engineering class, and I think I ended with a 79, which wasn't attractive enough for me to take pre-engineering 1 the following year. So
Yeah.
I skipped an entire year. But maybe I don't know. Maybe if I just walked up to my pre-engineering teacher, Mr. Duprat, if I just walked up to him and said, "Look, I want to be an engineer. This is all I know. I kind of had a little bit of difficulty last year, but I promise I'll make it up this year." I didn't do that because I think I was afraid of confronting the teacher about how poor my grade is, and I thought it was set in stone. I thought I couldn't do anything about it with such a bad grade in an intro class. And then it kind of comes back
Hey,
to
Mr.
bite
Mac?
me. Well, yeah, with Mr. Mac in my intro class. And then, I skipped my entire sophomore year. My entire sophomore year was devoid of CTC classes because I just didn't muster the courage to come talk to the teacher about putting me in the pre-engineering program. So I missed out on an entire year. And then one of my buddies at the time kind of convinced me to finally take that interview with Mr. Duprat, and we were in the same pre-engineering class the following year. So, yeah, that's what happens when you're not proactive in school, because you miss out on some opportunities that you wish you would have taken. And I wish I took that third year of pre-engineering, because my second year of pre-engineering over COVID I don't even think it's not, you can't even call that a class. I did an independent study, and I did the work, but not all the work. So you guys you have to be proactive in the early stages of your career. If you just miss so many opportunities if you don't act quick, that's one of my biggest regrets in life. You have to be proactive. That's the only piece of wisdom I can give to younger people. So
Exactly.
I missed out.
Yeah.
But I don't think it impacted me too much going to Great Bay. I'm still kind of shaky on whether those credits transferred to Great Bay, but I'm on a.
To
What's it?
Oh, you're talking about your AP or your engineering class?
Yeah,
on,
we're
right.
just talking about me missing out on a year of pre-engineering, and it definitely would have helped because, those first 2 years would have been helpful in person. Unfortunately, my second year was over the pandemic, and I didn't retain anything that second year over the pandemic. So
I feel you.
Yeah.
So Joel, you got. I mean, I don't want to sugarcoat it. Well, you got a lot of time. That's all I can say.
Yes.
I wish I could go back my junior year and literally have all my attention on the slides Miss Manassi, my instructor, showed me, and then maybe I would have been well prepared for like these Great Bay IST courses, because literally my instructor is a sweetheart at Great Bay, but it just sounds like he's spewing random BS, and like I just don't understand because I haven't had that. I haven't retained that knowledge back in my high school courses.
Like, I also kind of regret not doing anything CTC related in sophomore year. I feel like I could have started way earlier. Because, like, I think my sophomore year was also during the pandemic.
yeah,
But I know a lot of my other classmates took CTC courses then. And so, like, I don't know. Because what's it called? So I'm taking marketing right now.
Yeah.
And it's kind of meh. I mean, I only took marketing because during sophomore year, I was really interested in, like, I guess business type stuff. So I did that. But I've always had, like, programming on the back of my mind. So I kind of wished I did either marketing sophomore year and then programming now. Or at least started early. So I can take those full 2 years. Because since, what's it called? Programming is a 2-year course. So I'm only missing out on the second year, which is kind of unfortunate. But, it is what it is. But yeah, I mean, like, hearing you guys say, like, oh, I should have paid attention to like that, really gives me a good motivation to, actually pay attention now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely did. I feel kind of lucky because like the pandemic hit when I was sophomore year, so it didn't really affect my high school stuff so much because I know the year, so 2022 right now, they didn't really have prom. Also, the year before that and the year before them. So, like, my year is like when they're gonna start starting up stuff like for prom and other school stuff. So I feel really lucky. And like sophomore year, I mean, it's not too hard, but I definitely did not retain anything from like biology,
Mhm.
and, like other sciences, and whatever I took sophomore year, I forgot.
Well, I guess it's like all the courses you take. I guess they don't really expect you to remember everything. It's more like to improve your like soft skills, you know what I mean? Or like your
You're right.
Yeah, yeah.
like math, like sure you're not gonna remember anything from stats or biology or freaking algebra. Well, maybe you will, it depends. But like practicing with numbers makes you better at numbers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I guess that's a big part of it. That's what I hate when people argue like school is so pointless. Like why are we learning math? Why are we learning calc? We're never gonna use it. I'm like, well, maybe, but whatever you end up doing, it might like what you learn now, and you might be doing better at it in the future if you were to learn how to do it now.
My stance on that is, I feel like up to middle school you should learn everything, but I feel like in high school I feel like you should start. I mean, people already do this like where they branch out into like different. Okay, I want to take this course. But I feel like having your core classes, like,
Yeah,
kinda
yeah.
pointless. Like once you get into high school, because like I know people
what?
want like learn, like, oh, I want to learn programming. All right, I want to take a bunch of math courses, a bunch of this. I don't need like science. And maybe, yeah, sure, but I don't even need literature. Like, why would I need literature? So I feel like high school was kind of built where it's like you can take your own path, but there's still a general path. Oh, if you don't know, you just could take that general path. But I feel like if there was a more specialized way to take a path, then I think high school would be way more easier for people in general. Because like imagine like, let's say
I half agree with you.
like imagine you take like I like math, maybe I'll take programming or something of the sort. So I take a bunch of math classes. I still take a couple English classes, right? But I minimize, like, because like I think high school is 4 credits for my high school.
For
Maybe
math?
at least 4 credits for literature. So
Oh, yeah,
once
yeah.
once every year.
Yeah.
And so let's say I only take 2 for my whole high school career. I don't really need more literature. And so I just take a bunch of math classes. I min max on math classes, and I take like programming stuff. I think that'll make me more successful once I am in college. I'm trying to get a job, or at least trying to improve my stuff. Or I'm just taking a bunch of like advanced math, advanced programming, stuff like that, instead of just kind of being set back on like taking like, okay, because like, let's say I'm taking programming senior year. I'm about to be like trying to learn a bunch of like advanced stuff in college while I don't have any experience in programming, or little to none. So I think if it was more specialized high school, or like more path driven, then very beneficial.
Yeah.
I think they have schools for that. Like they have
Magnet schools,
That's true,
right?
yeah.
it's like there's like a lot of I forgot I forgot what it's called, but they have a lot of
School?
schools for like you can major in something basically in school. Like if you're engineering, you're basically taking an engineering path in high school, whatever. I forgot what it's called, but they have them in other places. Not
Magnet
really-
schools? Is that the term?
I don't know. I don't know if that's a term, but I know they have them in New York and like other places. But I don't know if they have them in.
I think it's called prep school.
Yeah, I think it's a prep school. I don't know. I forgot. But like,
They do have
I
There's
those.
much
Yeah.
schools were like that more.
I guess it kind of depends. I get what you mean, and I guess I still think that everyone should have a somewhat
General
general
knowledge.
knowledge of everything, though.
Yeah,
But-
I agree with that, but I feel like
I don't think they should. Yeah, I don't. I guess you don't have to like. I mean, like it's not like you
I'm
have
not
to
going to
take.
eliminate literature from my whole curriculum.
I think people
curriculum.
still should take English though, Because there
Yeah,
are
I
so
mean-
many people in college. I'm like, bro, you wrote this? Like, I don't say it out loud. But I'm like,
That's
bro,
true.
you're in University of New Hampshire. I mean, like, sure, it's like an 80% acceptance rate, but like, still, bro, like, you should be able to write better than this. And it's just like, it's kind of mind-boggling sometimes. I'm like, damn, I feel like I'm the most illiterate one sometimes in my classroom. I'm like, bro,
Damn, bro.
okay, maybe I'm just saying. I still think people shouldn't be so close-minded about what classes they have to take in high school.
Yeah, no, I think are you saying, are you talking about grammar-wise? They're
Just like just in general, just like writing intensive courses. I mean, I guess I'm not. I mean, maybe grammar, but like, well, I'm not that amazing at grammar either. But I'm just talking about like did an eighth grader write this? Like, you know what I mean?
Yes.
It's like the
But-
way the way a paper flows. I feel like it should flow in a way where it's like, oh, you can tell a college student wrote this because they're in college,
Okay,
not
okay.
like not
Like-
like not like a freshman in high school.
Like if I'm bad at writing, why would I major in writing?
Well, it's not like you're major. Like, well, look, I'm not majoring. I'm majoring in business. But like, I feel like I'm perfectly capable of writing an essay without blah blah blah. And then I look at other people's essays sometimes, and it's like, dude, what does this mean?
Yeah.
People's ideas don't flow together as well as they should because, I guess I don't know. It's just they haven't
Yeah,
learned to
I
do
feel
it.
like
I guess.
whenever I think of literature class, I don't really think of like
And
learning
I'm
how
not,
to write.
I'm not talking about reading because I don't care about reading. Like I don't read.
I think of
like-
like
You know those reading classes? Like I just looked it up online. I never read a
I
book.
think that depends on like the quality of it of education. So I feel like at Summersworth at least, like, dude, I mean like I barely know how to write an essay. I feel like only one teacher really taught us how. Like there's one teacher in my high school, teaches like government, and he's really good at like telling people how to write an essay. Well, like I feel like in every lit class, I don't even know what I'm doing half the time. I just gotta like slap on stuff together. I hope it works, and I get a B. I'm like, all right, fine.
I think what turns people off from taking English courses, I'm sure, yeah, with practice, I think most people are willing to learn what grammar and sentence conventions and whatever. I think the primary detraction from English courses is what you said. You talked about how the flow of a paper is terrible. Honestly, I'm kind of turned off by the abstract of English courses as well. I think I can write a really good lab report, but I write a mediocre essay. That's
True, yeah.
I know I have the
I guess what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay, what I'm saying is not like it's like it has to be like amazing. But what I'm saying is it's like it's just makes me mad. I don't know how to explain it. It's just like, bro. Like I guess I've had this conversation with Tim too before. We're with Tim.
yeah.
Like I've talked to him before because we took the same class, like on different days, on different times, whatever. And he had to read over this person's thing, and like while he's reading, he's like, "Bro, like you're in college, and this is what you wrote." It's like it's not even like, because what the thing was like a paragraph, like I think like 2 paragraphs, and then he wrote like 3 sentences without like any evidence or without anything, and it's like, what the heck? It's just weird because it's like, what I mean by mediocre essay is by like the way it's put together for a college essay compared to an essay that's like written by lesser educated
Right.
people.
I think at the same time, right? Like, okay, I'm really bad at writing essays, but I'm almost a junior. Like, imagine, I feel like my quality of essay from senior year of high school to freshman in college is going to be literally the same.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm playing Valorant right now.
It's okay.
I feel like that quality is going to be the same.
Oh,
It's gonna feel the same.
where'd he go? Did he just go with his Valorant
He's
cronies?
right now.
Oh, like that? You going like that?
Just like that.
Let me see.
He gone.
Yeah.
I'm just checking where he is before.
Serious.
No, he's playing with E5.
Oh,
5. It's all right, but I think the purpose of writing an essay is to answer questions. And I can answer the question, right? You have an essay, you have the topic sentence, you're supposed to the topic sentence is supposed to give you a guide for the rest of your essay. And you can support that topic sentence. You can support that topic sentence with facts, a quote, and whatever. But then there's this extra expectation to make it sound nice, and I'm like, but I answered the question though. What else do you want? So that's why I like lab reports more than writing essay. I hate word counts too. Word
Yeah,
counts,
I hate requirements, bro. Like, 5 pages, bro.
No,
dude.
5 pages can be just filler, bro.
Exactly, dude. I ended up answering, just kind of rambling with a bunch of... If you give me a word count, I feel compelled to fill the word count, not answer the question. Because you just put filler in it, and you're like, okay, yeah, you answered a lot of great... There are a lot of great key points here, but it's too short. So you gotta think of other stuff. And I'm like, screw you. These are the only questions I can think of. At least my professor helps me formulate different questions, but he always comes back to, well, I don't know how you're gonna make this essay longer though, so you're gonna have trouble meeting the word count. And I'm like, that bothers me so much. I can't not with word counts. A paragraph, sure. Answering questions, absolutely I can do, but I will give you as much as I need to answer the question. Nothing else. It's annoying when I write essays like that, because then it's annoying. I like to think I'm a very straightforward person, and essays don't reflect that, at least from my experience.
Man, school.
Yeah, man, school overrated. It's 100,000 hours for a piece of paper.
Why can't school teach us how to do taxes?
Dude, it kind of bothers me when people say, oh yeah, I went through all of that just to get a piece of paper and a handshake. And I'm like, dude, that piece of paper determines your future. Do you understand? That piece of paper shows you that you're willing to finish high school and college. That piece of paper means something. So, I don't know, man. That's the gateway to jobs in America. Is just to a lot of high-paying jobs in America. So yeah. You better treat that piece of paper with respect. That's what I'm saying.
There's a really special alternative option, which is trade school.
Trade school.
I mean, then again, you do get a piece of paper from trade school. So yeah.
I'm not too familiar with the concept of trade school. What is trade school?
It's like
Trade
school
school.
for the trades.
Yeah, for trade, so like mechanic,
Electrician.
electrician. Yeah, that could have been
Plumber.
Petrov. Yeah, like construction. Construction, that's really popular.
Yeah.
How do you define a
It's-
trade?
It's way cheaper too.
Trade, like, I don't know, like
Trades.
blue collar jobs.
That I'm also unfamiliar with. Blue collar and white collar jobs. I'm still not knowledgeable on that either.
White collar, I think white collar's office workers mainly.
Yeah.
Stationary
Blue
workers,
collar.
so not
Station-
labor intensive.
Yeah, labor. That's the word I'm looking for. Labor
Labor
intensive. Yeah, blue collar is labor intensive.
Oh, I see.
That goes through trade school. A lot of trades are something to do with labor.
Okay, that makes sense, because that term's been brought up over the years, and I'm not familiar with it. I even took trade classes in high school, and even then I didn't know.
Yeah, like woodworking.
Actually,
Right.
you took woodworking.
I didn't.
I took
Hey, I don't
yeah.
take any trade. Actually, no. I took an auto class. No, that was online. I had an auto class online. That sucked.
That
Damn.
sounds
And dude, and the auto teacher is like really chill. If it was in person, we would be playing like Mario Kart every like Friday, but no.
It was good and bad. Or I don't know.
But I took intro to building and construction and intro to electrical technology. And yes, those were labor-intensive classes, and the word trade was brought up pretty often in those classes, but I didn't know what they meant. But now, if it's as simple as differentiating between work and no work, then yeah, I know what a blue-collar job is now. So that's good to know.
Blue collar, you get physical.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's curious. Where does an engineer belong in those two
Well,
categories?
engineer. I mean, you do need a lot of knowledge and I don't know exactly, but yeah, like don't you need to know math and stuff?
Sure.
Math,
Yeah.
physics.
Coming from someone who doesn't know engineering at all, but
It's like to me, engineering is just like math, science.
and work.
Dude, I've lost a lot. Dude, they put the word bioengineering in the major name. Or before I was an engineering science major, then for the spring semester I transferred over to bioengineering. But even as an engineering science major, I had one engineering class, and it was a seminar class, and you could put 100 different titles in place of that class because it was a life skills class. It didn't really teach me much about engineering. The ones that I took in high school, I had Genesis, you might be familiar with Boolean Algebra. Are you familiar with Boolean Algebra?
Yes, I had that in discrete mathematics,
Yeah.
but yeah.
So in pre-engineering 2, we learned about Boolean Algebra. We learned about circuits in pre-engineering 1 before the pandemic. We did a lot of CAD design in the first pre-engineering class. I made this. The keyword made. I didn't do any of this my fall semester at Great Bay. I didn't make anything but PowerPoints that could have been used in other life skills classes. So it's just I'm losing a lot of engineering knowledge. It's not being applied right now. I'm applying nothing of engineering to anything, which is my biggest concern. Until the fall semester, I'll take Intro to Chemical Engineering at UNH, but otherwise, there's nothing that prepares for the word engineer so far. It's just math, yeah, it's math. But math is math. It's not really a specialization in engineering. There's not really a math engineering course that I took. I didn't take a bioengineering course. I took a biology class. You know what I mean? I didn't take a chemical engineering course yet. I took chemistry. So there's only one class I've taken that had the word in it, and I passed that class with a 98 because it was a life skills class. I feel like I've taken that class 100 times. So yeah, it's kind of surprising how much not engineering I did in my previous semesters. So it's just a little bit of a misconception that I faced. But yeah, Genesis, what are your future classes looking like? Summer, fall, and potentially the spring semester.
So my summer semester started this week. Both 100% online, which I honestly don't mind.
What
So
classes?
I just take personal finance. I actually just finished an assignment like an hour ago. It was just a basic introduction assignment. And creative to nonfiction.
Who? Yeah. Well,
I would say I'm a decent essay writer, and did English Comp 1 with a 91, and that was fast paced. I was like, did a good job on that.
okay. Good.
So I think, I don't know, it's just when it comes to online classes, my motivation is obviously not up there. So I just gotta like really look at the deadline. For my other semesters though, I haven't, because like I said earlier, like I'm I'm thinking whether I should change my major to computer science or just stick with IT.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna have to talk to my counselor about that. I did take one programming class, which was Intro to Java Programming. Good. That was also 100% online, so it was really tough getting information out of that class. But
Sure.
Java, every programmer knows Java. I'm sure. Check on YouTube. A quick 3-hour tutorial on that would
A quick 3-hour tutorial.
get my It would. Oh my god, I can't talk. It would I would get caught up with what's going on.
Okay.
And I know computer science, it will come with a lot of math credit requirements such as Calc 1, Calc 2.
For computer
But-
science?
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
And also algorithms, which sounds scary. But anything for that 6-figure salary.
Oh, well, you know,
There.
if you're following, a lot of people, if the objective, I feel like a lot of, and I'm completely oblivious to some facts, but I feel like a lot of people go to college as a prerequisite for a high-paying job. And if they want a
Yeah.
high-paying job, I'd say try a different major then. I don't know how much. Maybe being an engineer it's not certain that you'll find a high-paying job, but I feel like it's easier to find a high-paying job when you have an engineering degree versus what's the median salary for most business things? I don't even know. Maybe I'm oblivious, but I feel like competition in those
This
fields.
is just so broad. Like, you got marketing, accounting. Like, I don't know, man. But
I would say the range is like 40 to 60K.
Let me check that out.
yeah, you're probably right.
Like what? 30K is like you could maybe live with by yourself.
Barely. I mean, just be
Yeah.
a cheapskate.
Yeah, 30K. But like, if you want to be like, what's it called? What is the word?
Minimal.
Financially secure.
Financially secure.
Then you would want to aim for like above 60K. If I'm not
Yeah.
wrong. But that's like without a family. If you want to like have a family, let's say, if you want a family, then you have to get that like at least 90K.
Yeah. 90K, or if your spouse is also working.
Yeah, and then you can split those.
Mm.
I'm just looking at. Maybe I was
Like-
wrong. I don't know.
I know like one of the lowest paying jobs for like college stuff is like psychology.
Yeah,
Oh, I know someone.
I meme on
So
that.
they get paid so loaded. And I
Yeah.
feel like it's a lot of work too. Even like
That-
teachers,
that's not
teachers
the
they get
passion,
paid
you know?
minimum, bro. Teachers
Yeah.
they don't get paid a lot either. Like I know the highest ones are like engineering, stuff like that. All the hard ones, nuclear, then rocket science.
Typical doctor, surgeon.
Doctor, yeah.
Especially in this day and age, software
Yeah,
engineers.
Yeah,
I'm surprised teachers are not paid higher, bro.
Yeah, I think it's all up to passion. Like,
Yeah.
who cares about pay, bro? All you just gotta care about are the kids.
I think I gotta reword my critique about business majors. I think people that go to college for the sake of a higher paying job kind of has the wrong mindset. Because if you're just thinking about the money, then I don't think you really would care about the classes. That's why.
You're not wrong.
That's why Sam's critique about bad, poor English. Let's just call it that. Poor English amongst his peers. That's probably a symptom of. That's probably a result of them not caring about their classes, but more caring about the class being a prerequisite for a degree, and then that degree being a prerequisite for a higher paying job. I don't
Doing
think
the
they.
bare, like C's get degrees.
Yeah,
C's get
yeah.
degrees.
They couldn't care less about the people that they work with. It's yeah. They're. I think the people that go into college just looking for a high paying job. I don't want to be. I hate to be crass here, but I think that's kind of selfish, if you ask me, to just go into college for a high paying job. And it maybe it kind of hurts some people too, because they're not going to get the proper criticism they need when you know, when you review your peers' work and you're like, this is just an assignment, just write this down, done.
I think when it comes to, oh sorry,
No, it's just when, you know, college kind of forces you to work together, and when you're paired up with someone that doesn't want to associate with any of your peers, then not much gets done. But yeah, that's all I have to say. What were you gonna say?
the irony of that is like, especially for business majors. I don't know if Sam already brought this up, but connections are the number one thing you need to focus on. You know, you get connected with someone that's already in the business, already in the game. The same thing goes for like, you know, IT. You know, like if you find someone from Microsoft, like, yeah, that could help out a lot. Just link them up in LinkedIn and start talking.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like you said, these people that don't want to be social and they just want to just get these credits over with.
Right.
How are they going to deal with these connections
Exactly.
with these other people? It's definitely, you got to get social when it comes to the business major.
Yeah,
But
the problem is there's so
I
many
feel like,
of them.
yeah, I mean, business, I'll say it's like the number one major. Like, if you don't know what you're doing, there's always business.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I found people in my classes that weren't, you know, college level English, whatever, what have you. But that's I kind of excuse that. Well, not excuse like I have an authority over it or anything, but I kind of dismiss that. I think that would be a better term. I kind of dismiss that because, you know, a bunch community college makes a degree accessible, and you know, people from, I guess a more or a less privileged background has access to community college, and maybe the people that are less privileged, you know, maybe they don't have the best expertise in English. So I was like, you know what? I guess I get it. It's more accessible. Maybe this was your first time coming back. You know, you haven't really applied yourself to English and you just want to get a degree. I get it. I totally get it. But at the university level, you know, at the university level, you're paying what, $10,000 every semester, and you show up to class with what, not college level conventions. How do I word this? There are words I'm trying to get at here. It's easier to dismiss inadequacy at a community college level versus a university level. Yeah.
Yeah, just another perk of starting off at community college.
You know, it's accessible. Even though I'm still paying just under $4,000 a semester, which is a lot if you're not on financial aid like me. But I don't know. They're causing harm. Do you work a blue collar job? Do you know what a blue collar job is?
Office.
That's a white collar job, right?
Oh, blue color. I don't know.
Is your job labor intensive?
Job labor intensive.
Yeah, your job.
What is it?
That means you work a lot. You do a lot of physical work.
Kind of.
Does your company say a blue collar job? Do they call it a blue collar job? They don't call it? They don't say anything like that? We're talking about jobs right now. You want to say hi?
Forward to go.
This is Genesis and this is Joel. We're talking about jobs. Yeah. In college.
My level is 3 level higher than regular employee
Why?
because I'm the leader and then technician automation. If they're level 1, I'm level 3.
So how did you get to that position? How did you get to that position? Yeah.
Skill.
They saw your skill and they promoted you?
Yes. I'm applying for it. I get paid higher than any regular employee.
It's hard, bro.
Okay. No, it's alright. We're just discussing employment and life after everything. Yeah, let's call it.
That's why even you work in the factory, but if you have a
How long was the podcast?
you have a upgrade
Podcast.
level, more money, less work.
Yeah, how long is it?
We just passed the 2-hour mark.
2 hours. Holy crap! dude.
Yeah. You know, when we have meaningful conversations, time flies. I'm getting a we talked about women, we talked about our future,
Cool.
or in American government terms,
I'll tell you
posterity.
one thought that came up. I think a bunch of Indo parents working blue collar. My dad working as a manufacturing technician or something like that.
And
Yeah.
and your mother?
Oh, okay. My mother, that's not a blue collar job. I don't know. What you consider a nurse as what kind of job is that?
Oh, whoa. She's a nurse?
Nursing assistant.
Oh, that's still
She got
very
she just
good.
got her LNA certificate
Wow.
like a couple months ago.
Good on her. That's very good. Wow. That's really good.
Anything to keep the Soebagyo family running.
Exactly. Yeah. I take a lot of stuff for granted now that I think about it. I take a lot of stuff for granted.
Yeah, man. We should be all proud of our parents.
Exactly, dude. You know, that's funny because I had a very long conversation with Nick last night. It went from what I didn't mean to leave you in the call hanging, Joel, but we were talking about so much with so I left the PC Master Race server. I attended another VC. That VC call lasted 4 hours until 4 a.m. and
Wow.
we were laughing. Had a bunch of serious conversations. And he told me about a meme his friend Nathan sent to him that kind of messed him up a little bit. And it was something along the lines of imagine immigrating to another country, or imagine your parents immigrating to another country only for you to drink and smoke at a young age. And he was like, "Oh shoot, that hits too close to home." But it's a little bit of a wake-up call. It's like, what are you doing here? You're wasting so many opportunities that my parents have set up for me. My parents set a precedent, and I'm supposed to fulfill that. And if I'm not, yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But sorry to leave you hanging, Joel. Feel free to leave anytime. But yeah, no, the fact that a bunch of my friends, well, let's say some of them are, valid reasoning of why they say this, but I won't say their names obviously, but
Okay.
just some of them I know they really just disrespect their parents. And yeah, sure, parents can be a pain in the ass. I get it. Like, it's that phase, but I just feel like they don't realize how much they busted their ass to immigrate here and make up almost like barely living wage just set up for your guys' future. Just every time. I don't know. I just hope every time we hang out, they just always rant about their parents. I just really never hear something positive about them. It just makes me think, though, like, yeah, that meme, that does say something. And like I said, some of what they say, it may be valid. Like I don't know their family life, so but I don't know, that's what I've been hearing in general. Just a lot of negativity about their parents.
Yeah. I don't know where that comes from. Is it just I don't know.
I think I think it's just being because we're just so young.
Yeah,
We haven't put it all into perspective yet.
definitely. When
some-
we grow up,
Yeah.
we're gonna notice it. Like, oh shit, why did I act like that? How come I didn't realize? But it just sometimes just aggravates me when they're always like, oh, like she's such a bitch. She won't let me stay out till 3 a.m. in the morning. Like, bro, chill.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm gonna bring some stuff from that conversation I had last night into this podcast. I hope he doesn't mind, but there's a lot of quality stuff that we talked about last night in that 4-hour discussion I had with Nick. What was I thinking? Oh my gosh, there were a lot of things in there. Oh yeah, no, I talked about how. Actually, I'll ask you guys this. So your guys' parents, right? How would you rate their English proficiency from 1 to 10?
Whew.
I'd say like 7 or 8.
7 or 8?
My mom's pretty good at English.
Okay. What about you, Jen?
I think it's just slang.
Oh,
That's pretty good.
okay.
Yeah,
That makes
slang.
sense.
Yeah. But I gotta say 9 for both of them. They also nailed the accent, and they know English so well to the point where they didn't even bother me teaching Indonesian. So
Mhm.
English is
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
yeah.
I feel like that's where a lot of I don't know for other Asian children, but that's probably where a lot of frustration stems from, because you are dependent on your parents until what, you reach 18 or something, or whether they want to let you out of the house or something. But for throughout most of your childhood, you are entirely dependent on your parents for most of the things that you need. And with the language barrier, as you grow older, you started to be in touch with your emotions and whatever. If there's a language barrier between you and your parents, then chances are I think the children might grow up to be more troubled and have to express themselves in other ways to let their emotions out. I don't know what you said you know people that do you think that their parents or whatnot there's a language barrier between them? That's what
Now
caused.
that you brought it up, I do think that there is a language barrier. Like, I'm also like dead ass. I don't mean to sound cool, but
It's okay.
sorry, but I just remember, like, I'm usually there at the moment. They get that phone call from their mom or dad. I hear that Indonesian accent, them trying to articulate what they're saying. It's like, oh, like, them saying they want them to be back at this certain time in broken English.
Mm.
While they're always like, yeah, I know, jeez. Why you worry about me too much? And they just end the call like that. Yeah, I do think language barrier is definitely one of the problems.
Yeah, now that I think about it, I think you make a good point. How like the language barrier is like there, I feel like I talk to my mom like not too often, and she goes to work. I'm like, hi, bye. I talk about life. But like whenever I call her, I always speak English. I never like, oh yeah, I'll be home this time. Like I don't say that in Indo because she already understands me. But I know like some of my friends, they're like, you have to like kind of say half and half, like Indo and English.
Yeah.
I mean, like learning Indo has some perks, but at the same time, like if if the child isn't willing to learn Indo, or at least adapts, then it's good. I can see how like child would be very frustrated with communicating.
Yeah. Yeah, I brought that topic up, and then I gave him my honest opinion, and I'll give my honest opinion to you guys technically because it hasn't changed since yesterday, but I honestly, in complete honesty, I don't feel compelled to learn my mother tongue any further. And it's just me being honest. It's because I've come so far with fluency in English that I feel like learning another language is going to disturb a lot of I don't even know if this is how the human brain works, but I feel like learning a new language in the midst of studying to become an engineer, I feel like that's going to interfere with a lot of skill retention, if that makes sense. Learning a new language is just going to drive out a bunch of other skills that I might know. So I don't feel compelled to learn my mother tongue any further. That's just me. I just can't. It's gonna mess some things up, and that might disappoint some people that already have half and half mastery of each language, and they're gonna be like, oh, but it's so easy or something like that. And I'm like, dude, because you grew up with both languages, I didn't. So.
That's what I always wanted to say. Like, yeah, I would get frustrated. Like, oh, I wish they taught me Indo too. And like, now I don't feel like learning Indonesian now. But like, and then I always hear from, I'm not gonna say their names again. I say, oh, it's so easy, dude.
They say that?
Up with it. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, they're like, oh, come on, dude. If I can do it, you can too. Like, they don't realize that they were speaking both languages ever since they were born.
Yeah. What about you, Joel? Do you feel compelled to learn Indo any further?
I feel like for me, I'm comfortable with understanding Indo, but I have honestly little to no interest of trying to speak Indo. Like, I feel like understanding is the perfect amount for me.
Yeah.
Like, if I want to speak Indo, then that's gonna be
That's a whole
whole
other
other
skill.
breed, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I hope someone who's digging up this podcast and trying to find ways to blackmail us, dude. I'm just saying, like, I it's not like I don't like the language. I just don't know. I just don't have the interest of learning it.
Right.
Like, I appreciate and love the language.
Sure.
I was born with.
Yeah, no, Indo's goated, bro.
I just don't want to learn it. Like, or because, like Enrico said, it's gonna disrupt other things, and
it's just there's so much involvement in learning a new language. You have to People tell me the best way to learn a language is to talk to someone in that language, but it's like relearning how to speak. I don't even know how it is to learn a language because I haven't even experimented with it yet. But
yeah, well, Spanish was not pleasant for me.
Yeah, you two took Spanish classes, right?
Yeah, I'm taking Spanish right now.
Oh, okay.
And is it what's the word here? Do you feel like are you required to learn how to speak Spanish in that class?
Yes.
Is it hard for you? Or are you just
I mean,
naturally-
I think it's because I grew up in like an Indo environment, or because I've already been experienced to a second language where I think it's easy for me to pick up another language.
Oh,
But it's just like,
okay.
I feel like my place with Indo right now, it's like I'm satisfied of just understanding it. As long as I understand it, I think I'm pretty chill.
Okay.
I just don't want to speak it. I mean, speaking it, I probably can conjure up some words, and it's cool to speak it, but at the same time, like, I don't want to focus a lot of my energy on trying to speak it, you know?
Okay. That's fair. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, it's strange. How... Yeah, no, the whole language thing is weird. Because I took Latin for 4 years in high school. But we were never... It was never imperative that we speak Latin. I think Latin was more of a... It helped me, actually, quite a bit. In that... Latin taught me how to find meaning in words, as in the actual derivative of words. Let me find an example here. Let's see. Let's see if I can find an immediate example. Let me see. What's a good example here? No, I'm just grasping at straws right now. Let's see. That's my Great Bay student schedule. What else? Maybe there are some nice buzzwords in here. I'm sure there are big words in here. I don't know. Not really. Books, nope. Deadline, no. Enrollment, no. No, this is a bad example. Never mind. But name any big word. Name any big word that comes to mind. Or a sophisticated word.
Astra Abbasos.
Ad Astra Abyssosque? Oh, I mean...
Oh, I thought you were being real for a second. Like,
No, I know...
for some Swiss.
I looked up the Latin translation for that. Ad Astra... Ad means to, as in to, like the preposition. Astra, I think that means the stars, right? Yeah. Ad Astra to the stars. Abyssos, that's a plural of abyss. So the abysses, I think that's what it is. And que means and. So if you put that together, Ad Astra Abyssosque, they didn't pronounce it correctly. It should be Ad Astra Abyssosque. But it means to the stars and the abysses. Something like that. And let's see if I can find no.
Alright, I'll be dropping off because we got work in the morning.
Okay. That's chill. We're chilling. That's cool.
Alright. You guys
Good job.
have fun.
Sure
Peace
thing.
out.
Sure
Good
thing,
luck
sure
with
thing.
school.
Yep. Bro,
There he goes.
there were two.
There were two. Yeah. Latin language. I don't even know where I went with that language idea. But you're a gamer.
There.
What
Gamer time.
what games you playing?
I mean, I'm usually just playing Valorant, Apex. My shooters right now. Getting into. I'm playing a lot of Clash Royale actually. Phone. It's a cool game. I've been also. I picked up Nier Automata. That today. Pretty cool game. Yeah, those are my recent games.
Nice.
Automata. No, you were playing CS, right? I didn't
Yeah.
check. Yeah.
Dude, I got railed. We got railed our first game. It was like, we almost got 60 node.
Was it? Ooh. Was this
We still lost though.
Was this a competitive or a face it?
Yeah, competitive.
Competitive. Yeah.
But we were like, nah, we can't get off on a law. Like, all right, we play one more. We grailed them.
Okay.
Gave them head. I mean, sorry.
Yeah. So you're a business major, right?
Yes.
Sam addressed his complaints of he was surprised. Not only, well, you told him that you know people in your classes that are terrible at writing in general. How do I word this? So when you do some sort of peer review stuff in your business classes, right?
No, not this semester. Or we didn't even do it at all.
But do you take a look at other people's work sometimes in college?
Well, in English class, yeah. But
Yeah.
that was last.
So that was the fall semester, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2020.
And then were you surprised at the lack of proficiency?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Remember this one girl? She had like her grammar was off. Like she started with like I in her sentences. What else? Like it was just I know it was just a draft. But like coming from this college, like come on, I expect a little better. Or at least like, at least learn something from your high school English class.
Yeah. How often do you participate in group projects?
Barely this year.
Barely?
Well, I guess there was one in my history class, but like we didn't really talk. We just kind of did everything like last minute. And, like we got an A.
Okay, okay. That's interesting. Do you remember how many people were in this group?
That was like 10.
10 people in the group, and
Yeah, so it was pretty
no
big.
communication amongst...
No, barely, but we got an A though.
That's interesting. That's weird.
We got 100.
Because... I've seen this figure before. What percentage of students at UNH are business majors, would you say?
Yeah, I don't know.
I found a
I don't know
figure.
specifics.
There was a figure I saw. It was somewhere in the 20s, but I don't know if that's true. I think Wikipedia has this. I'm not entirely sure. Is this academic rankings? No. No, that's not what I'm looking for. I swear Wikipedia had this. But we were just talking about how a lot of people go to college for the sake of going to college. They get their degree and they find a job that pays well after, as in that's the sole reason why a lot of people go to college. Do you think that's true?
Yeah, I feel like it's a stereotypical like get your degree, get your 9 to 5 job, work as an entry level worker, work your way up, and you call yourself like what's the word? There's like a term where like if you reach a certain thing in life, you're set. After you
Sufficient?
accomplish these things, I guess.
Mm,
Like oh you got your degree, got the
Satisfied.
9 to 5 job, and then you're like financially set.
Settled.
Yes, settled, quote unquote settled.
okay.
Are you sure you can do that? It's all good.
No, it's just curious because, with the quality of work that I've heard, only the stuff that I've heard, with the quality of work I've heard from you and Sam at the university level, I feel like a lot of people don't care about the connections that they make in class. They're just there to get a grade, and
I personally do.
yeah, and that kind I feel like that kind of mindset is reflected in the work that they have. In that, they don't care about the connections that they make at college. There's no communication. There's let me rephrase it. So quality of work is poor. Well, enough to get by, I should say. Communication is is scarce. That's it, really. Oh, perfect. Yeah,
Perfect.
It depends on you, really.
no, we're talking about how maybe the I don't know. Maybe I should first ask why are you guys business majors?
Because we like business.
Do you like business?
And we don't want to be engineers.
What's that?
Because...
Oh, because you don't want to be engineer. Okay, I hear you. So you chose business because you didn't want to be.
Well, I mean, it's not
Is,
just business, because it's like there's like different aspects of business. Like there's finance, there's marketing, there's accounting, there's management, there's information systems, and business analytics. There's entrepreneurship. There's it's not just business.
Okay, yeah. But do you like it?
I mean, I'm fine with it.
You're fine
feel
with
like-
it, but you
Yeah,
But you
but
don't
I feel
like
like if I
it?
chose something else, I don't know if I would want to.
Yeah, no, I feel like
There's just business hospitality. There's a lot of options you can choose from. It's not just business.
Yeah. No, I'm just kind of
Yeah,
generalizing
right.
because I feel like it's a similar attitude from what I've heard across multiple departments of business. In that,
I feel like it's just, well, if you go to a specific like field, I feel like you'll enjoy it, because like when you're taking when you're a business major, you have to take like specific classes in order to fulfill your degree.
yes.
Like I had to take like 2 accounting classes, and they were so hard. Like I actually like,
I'm taking accounting next semester. I'm gonna probably cry, but
yeah, no, they're hard.
at least managerial. That's the first one you take, right?
You take financial,
Oh,
and then you
right.
take managerial,
Let me join my phone.
Sure.
Okay, I'm playing this Valorant game. Sorry.
and like it was it was bad. But then like now that I'm done with it, I think I actually enjoy my major now, because like at first I wanted to like give up and like switch another major. I don't know what. But then I pulled through, and I was like, you know what? I'll be fine for the rest of the year, or for the remaining years in college.
Would you say do you like business?
Ew, yeah.
Do you
At first
like
I wanted to be computer science, but that fell out.
Yeah.
So, do you like business because do you like business because the different aspects, excuse me, how do I word this? Do you like give me a minute to word this.
Business.
I really want to find an answer to this. Do you like business because you're actually interested in the intricacies of business, or do you like business because it's a safety net for you?
I think like 70% that first one, 30% the rest.
Okay.
Or the second one. So like it'd be both. But I actually do like businesses. I do like working in them. I am in one. I work one right now,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't mind it. I like it.
Okay. That's good.
Although I don't see myself like, I do want to like one day own my own business, so I can be my own boss instead of working for someone or working under someone.
Okay, that's interesting. I don't want
Also,
to.
making connections too is really good.
Yeah.
Because like my friend, I basically got her a job. It's my company. Oh, the company that I work for. We like handle with biochemistry, like sequence listing. I don't know if you probably don't know what that is.
I feel like an internship opportunity was offered to me based on those terms, but I don't know exactly. But
Anyways, like my friend, she's a biochemistry major, and I was like, "Yo, you can work at the company that I work for." He was like, "Yeah, I probably will after she graduates, but just for now, like, because she wants to work in like the medical field."
Mhm.
So I'm like, yeah, I can definitely do that for like a year or something, and see how it goes, and then find something else.
Oh, I see.
And making your connections is just super important.
Yes, yes, it is. And I feel like that's kind of where I went with the whole quality of work thing, and the communication. It's that I don't. I'm just kind of confused. If connections are so important, I just don't know where. A lot of people are just kind of absent in communicating during those group projects, and I'm like, well,
Yeah.
if connections are so important, then could you at least talk to each other during the project? I just don't know. Is there a circumstance or a fear that I'm missing when it comes to group projects and people not communicating?
It's more of like a fear and like nervousness, because like you obviously don't know who that person is, and like you don't know what to say. But at the end of the day, you have to realize that like you're both doing one thing, and you guys can talk about it. It's at least one thing you can do, and like it doesn't like I don't know. Maybe you actually like the person, so it's honestly up to you to initiate that. That was my mistake. I was in group projects, but I was like kind of quiet,
Radio silent.
kind of. But at least I took the initiative to be like, yeah, how do you do X and Y, or
Yes, that
how do you
dude.
do like
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. How often in your that's a weird. I don't know if you have the answer to this question. I'm gonna form my question in the bathroom. You guys talk amongst yourself. I have to pee again. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on.
I'm chilling, bro. What's that? This 3-minute break.
Yeah. Do you have any plans,
Plans for what?
or if you go after high school?
I mean, I'm planning a major. Actually, I'm not sure. Something to deal with technology. Probably is my
Okay.
move. Whether it be like programming or like computer science, IT,
Yeah.
maybe even like I don't know, something in technology.
The demand for that is so high.
Yeah, as long as it's like, I think it's good because I'm interested in technology and stuff like that, and also it's like high demand, so it would be really easy to find a job.
Exactly.
So I think that's a good choice for me. I mean, I've also thought about business because I'm also taking marketing right now. But the thing is with business, it's like, I don't know. So like,
Honestly, dude, degrees, like, I don't think it really matters like what degree you have. It's more like if you have that knowledge and that that hard work ethic, then you could definitely achieve any job you want.
yeah, true.
That's for sure. Like you can be in like you can major in business, but like work as like a software developer that makes 200K a year with a
Yeah,
business degree. Like as long as you have those like that knowledge of like programming and all that stuff, like, it's not. I don't know. Like you can. It's a weird world out here. It's so weird.
It is.
yeah. It's like nowadays you don't really even need a degree for those type of jobs.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Programming,
there are
as long as
times
you have the
like
experience and you can like pass the test, then you're in.
exactly. It's more like. Well, I wouldn't say it's more like it's like you get like your certificates or whatever. You can definitely achieve something. You get what you want. But of course, like higher education, like if you want to get your master's, like that'll definitely get you a job from there. But like
Yeah.
you don't have to. It's all up to your plan, really.
That's true.
Like it's not like people shouldn't really follow like the stereotypical like, oh yeah, get your 9 to 5 job and you're happy, you know.
Yeah, I
Well,
definitely do not want to get
well,
9 to 5, bro.
Yeah, it's more like how you want your life to be.
Yeah.
But make sure like it makes sense, like you know.
I think my
Your
goal
own
with
person.
college, right
Your
now
own boss.
is to like learn, cause like I feel like
Yeah, that's
degree
the whole point.
degree is cool, right? But like as long as I learn the right amount of stuff, I feel like I'm fine without a degree, bro. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, as long as you know what you're doing.
Yeah. But I feel like at the same time, like the degree, just all it does is just it shows your commitment. So I think as long as I get that degree, we're chilling.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, honestly, once I get my degree, I'd be like, yeah, okay, cool. And I probably will try my best to find a job, or if I make enough connections, we can probably start a business.
Yeah.
And I do want to do like, I also want to, if I'm able to have like a full-time job that I like, I do want to do streaming on the side. On the side, I know I won't get like that much, but like, I do want to like pursue streaming for a little bit. It'll be fun.
That's true.
Once I get like maybe like an apartment or like a house in the future. I do want to do that if I'm financially stable.
do you know the steps to creating your own business? Or is that still something you're navigating?
Yes and yes. It's more like if you have an idea, then do it. Like there's so many ways to make a business. It's kind of weird, but I don't know. People can come up with the most craziest shit and then they'll make money off of it.
Yeah.
Not even that. You can also invest into stocks, crypto, NFTs. Feel like NFTs are just destroying the world right now, and you can make so much money off of that.
It's
Drop
weird.
shipping, e-commerce, so many things.
Yeah.
Like so much.
It's interesting.
I should be doing that. I should be investing.
Well, money is foreign to me.
Money.
It's weird. I have cash. I defer to cash, but my parents kind of forced me to own a debit card and a credit card to know
That's a
how.
good thing.
What's that?
That's a good thing. You need that at a young age. A credit card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta build up credit too. I got my credit card like last year.
Yeah. I think same for me. I just like it because it looks cool. This looks nice. I have
But you have a metal one.
I don't know if it's metal.
I want a metal one, but that's a lot of money.
I have a Capital One Platinum card. I hope I'm not showing anything on here unknowingly. But
Yeah, just like, what are the numbers?
oh yeah, let me just say 5. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, well, I'll tell you the first number is 5, but maybe that decides my whole thing. Yeah, I have a debit card, credit card. I just treat them like they're cash, really. Just put it in the machine and it reads it. If it shows that you have money, you have money. That's the way I see it. If it gets more complicated than that, then spare me the sermon. But I wanted to segue into a question about. So I had Joel has heard me say this. I had a 4-hour conversation with Nick last night. Lasted until 4 a.m. It was a very enlightening conversation. And I just want to ask you guys, either at the high school level or the university level, how often do you ask for help?
How often do I ask for help? Help, like, in what kind of setting? You talking about just in general, or like?
If you don't know something, do you feel compelled to just kind of deal with it and learn it yourself? Or do you look to someone else who has more expertise to help you figure it out? So it's either learn by yourself or have someone help you learn.
I would say both for that.
Which
Oh,
one happens
I-
more often for you?
I just do it by myself.
Hmm.
And if I really need help, absolutely, truly, duper, super, uber, mega giga need help, then like I'll go ask. Or email the professor and be like, hey,
Do
what's
you
this?
count like searching up on the web? Like
That'd
asking
be
for help?
like, oh,
Is that for help?
yeah, if you're asking for help, yeah.
Yeah.
That's literally my first instinct. I think my first instinct with everything is actually just asking for help. Well, like even if it's like minor, when it's like, ma, where's the thing? It's like, oh, ma, can you find this?
If we're
Like-
talking about at a school setting, no,
Even with like that kind of stuff. But even with
Yeah.
like at school, like, oh, I need some help on this assignment.
yeah, no.
Asking my friends, like, hey, do you know what's happening here?
Well, I only do that for school for some reason. I don't know why. I guess I'm just nervous. I like kind of do things on my own, but I'll ask help if I need to. But like if it's something besides school, I like ask so many questions. Like, hey, how do you do this? Or like,
Yeah.
what's that mean?
But I feel like
What?
for me, actually, like if I'm dealing with something like personal and stuff like that, I would just keep it to myself. If it's like
Yeah,
I'm going through or it's something like, oh, I need like advice, I would just kind of keep it to myself until I really like actually need it.
yeah,
So I mean, like I pretty much do both. It just depends on what kind of help I need.
yeah.
Has anyone ever come to you with a question you don't know the answer to,
Yes.
but you still try and answer it within your expertise?
Yes.
Yes.
That's the way I approach those kind of questions.
Do you ever refer to someone else when you're faced with a question you don't know? As in, oh yeah, I don't know this question. Maybe ask someone more knowledgeable, or do you just try
Yes.
to answer it yourself?
Yeah, I do that.
regardless?
I do that all the time. I'm like, yeah, but if you're looking for more information, I know someone who knows more than me, so just go talk to them or something. So that's what I usually do.
What about something like let's see if I can find a relatable example. Relatable example. What if I asked you what the exact release date of Valorant was? Would you
Search it up.
you would search it up?
Yes.
I didn't know what it is.
Would you ever estimate and just be like, "Oh yeah, I have confidence that it's late June."
I have a guess in mind. I'll be like, all right, maybe around like 2020.
I would say, well, the real question is June 2nd, 2020. I remember that because, I think it was, was it graduation? Yeah, I think it was graduation from my high school. I remember after I got home, I like, except for used to play games. I think I played with you, Rick. The day of.
That was a while back. I don't remember
Yeah,
if
I
I did
remember.
play with you. But my point being, it kind of a follow-up question too. If someone, so Timmy, you know with certainty that Valorant was released on the 2nd of June 2020. If someone were to challenge you on that, would you just say, "No, I know for sure that it's the 2nd of June. You got to trust me on this one." Would you do that?
I don't care. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Okay.
Hey, if it's wrong, look up the answer and then boom, there you go.
Yeah, for me, it really depends. If I'm like confident that I know the answer, then I'll say I know the answer. But if I'm like semi-confident, I'm like, all right, well, maybe I might be right, maybe we're wrong. Let's just search it up and see.
I just don't like people who are like snobby about it. They're like, no, I know I'm wrong. Or like,
Yeah.
But why are you using the internet? I know the fucking answer. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
shut up. I don't care. I don't care.
Do you think asking for help is a weakness?
No.
I think it's a strength. I think it's good to ask for help.
I agree.
The help is so good. Like, how's that a weakness? Like,
It's just I've seen a bunch of videos. I'm subscribed to a few self-motivational channels, and apparently when you get to in the context of a company, people are afraid to ask for help from their higher ups. And this is at a corporate level. People,
actually, I can relate to that.
yeah, people
Yeah, I
are
think
afraid
if
to
you
ask.
think about it that way, then yeah.
Um,
It's like, what? Okay, so when I think about that question, right? Like, oh, ask for my higher ups. I think of like my job at Hong's, where, I mean, I've already been. I think I worked there around like for 7 months, 6 months,
mhm.
and I feel like whenever I ask a question, like I feel like, well, I think it's just me, but I feel like they would be like what I think. How do I word this? I feel like they're gonna be like, "Oh my gosh, you worked there for like 6 months. I thought you would already know," or something like that. And so
Oh
sometimes
yeah,
I would,
I
like,
hate
sometimes,
that.
sometimes I would be scared to ask, but like it's in the moment, so I have to ask because if I get it wrong, then it's gonna like mess up a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, no, that actually
And so
happened to me.
I always have that on the back of my mind. It's like, oh my God,
Yeah,
I feel kind of dumb because I've been working here for like a good time. I should know this.
yeah, like my corporate job, I do that. It happens to me too. Like I would be like, "Oh, so what's this?" And they're like, "You don't know? You did this before." But I'm like, "Oh, I did," or like, "Oh, you get a refresher?" Because like sometimes I may not know because like at least my corporate job, I'm like tasked with so many like assignments. I'm like, and then if I have to know like the certain like skill, I have to know it on the spot. So they expect me to do that, but sometimes I just forget, and they're kind of flaming. But I'm lucky because my bosses are really nice, and it's okay if I mess up. They like they have these things called like timeouts. So basically, it's just like drop everything and like go over this certain thing. So I guess it's nice that I have like people that actually support or actually like want to sit down with go over this thing, and not stress out. I'm
Yeah.
thankful for that.
I like the sound of that, but still, you should never be afraid to ask a question. That's just if I'm trying to piece together something here. I feel like there's I feel like at a corporate level, and again, I am speaking from just some business mentor on YouTube. I don't know. I really don't know anything. This is what I've heard, and I'm trying to understand it because it makes sense to me. I feel like there's a certain pressure that you have to know everything before you sign up for a job. And I think that fear of asking for help stems from I think that fear of asking for help stems from the pressure of needing to know everything. And you're like, I'm sure I know this. Maybe I'll figure it out. But then things go wrong, I'm sure. But it's just.
No, it's fine because like it's good to have help because you may not know these certain things, but in the end, like I don't know, you shouldn't be like asking for help like constantly. Because by the time you ask like you ask for like a few things, you should be able to at least know what to do, and like continue doing it. Don't be asking too much help, or else like
Yeah.
like your boss or whoever's gonna be like, oh, you're signing up to be like, let's say like this accountant. You want to be an accountant, and like you're asking these questions like, dude, aren't you skilled? Like you have a degree too. You have like this. So yes, ask for help all you want. Don't be asking too much help because that's you signed up for this job. We have these qualifications. It's a mixture of both.
Yeah, I hear you.
You need that one. That's why I don't want to be an accountant.
It's just I only ask this because sometimes I get requests for people to help them revise their essay, and I'm like, well, I'm not the best person for this, and I will absolutely defer to someone more knowledgeable. But with my and I always tell them, with my current expertise, I'm an aspiring engineer. I'm not an English major. With my current expertise, I'll help you, but it's probably not the best criticism you'll get. Here's an example, and it also ties back into that whole miscommunication thing. So, I'll unlist this stream if she doesn't want this information to be shared. But Hannah contacted me last week. By this point, last week, to help. Timmy, you were there in the VC to help revise an essay. So she messages me. She messages me about 2.5 hours before the due date. She needs someone to review. So she asks me, "Are you an essay person?" And I respond with, "I've written a few, but it's not my area of expertise." And then she says, "Because I have an essay due tonight. I have it done. It's just my assigned peer review partners haven't peer reviewed it, so I don't have another set of eyes on it. Keep in mind, this is 2.5 hours before the assignment is due, and none of her partners reviewed her essay." So yeah, we're talking about asking for help and whatever. So trigger warning for you, especially Sam. So
Trigger warning.
What is it?
We're talking about how I was contacted by Hannah to review her essay because this is 2.5. She messages me 2.5 hours before her essay is due.
You just summoned the spirit in my room. Like a
But she messages me 2.5 hours before an essay is due, and she needs peer reviews. She has partners that are supposed to peer review her essay, and none of them did anything 2.5 hours before the due date. And she messages me, and then she says, but do you know someone who does like essays and could look it over, or can you? And that is totally okay if you don't want to. And then I respond with, "Man, I'm surprised at the inactivity of your peers. I always defer to when stars combine numbers 0872 for essays, but I know how a peer review works. If he's not available, then share at email, ASAP." And then, this was after the fact, but Ariel never... I hate to throw him under the bus, but it is what it is. He never responded to her request to review her essay. So then she responds with, I don't know why they haven't. They would probably do it last minute. I did ask Tiff," implying Ariel, "but that was yesterday, and I didn't tell him to physically correct stuff. And I don't think he's awake because I did DM him, but he didn't answer." And I'm like, facepalm. And then I respond with, "Okay, then share at email as soon as possible." And then I say, "Keep in mind, I put more focus on sentence structure and grammar rather than the more abstract stuff. That is the most I can offer in the next 2 hours." And I'm like, oh, why? These guys are terrible teammates this whole time. And then she says, "That's okay, but I want to be in the same VC as you market or something. But again, because I see you're on another VC, if you're busy, you don't have to." And I'm like, oh my gosh, you're too nice. So I'm compelled to work on her essay, and you know, I do what I can. I remember the number. I put 85 edits on her essay in about 2 hours. While I was working on that essay, one of her peer review partners, you know, made some comments a few minutes before the due date.
Yeah.
Guess how many edits she made?
And then
6.
one. Oh.
6 as part of an intentional group which you're supposed to communicate with, versus someone that doesn't even attend the university who just made 85 edits on someone's essay. Writing's not even my expertise. Writing's
Yeah.
not my expertise.
That's
This-
more like that.
This was due
Yeah.
2.5 hours before the due date, and still I managed to make some superficial comments, but nevertheless it was criticism. And I'm just kind of shocked at how miscommunicative some people can be at that level, and I'm just trying to figure it out where that comes from.
Yeah.
And I hope that doesn't happen again, but wow. People don't like each other, do they?
It's not why they don't like each other. It's more like they don't care.
I hate that, man. I don't hate a lot of things. I use the word hate sparingly, but I hate that. At least
Yeah,
say
that
something
happens.
about it. Even if you have to
Well-
preface, "Oh, I'm not too good at this group project type thing. Please bear with me." At least you're honest. At least you can tell them, instead of assuming, "Oh yeah, I'm a confident worker. I'll get it to you on time." It's just you're leading them on, man. That's annoying. Just my 2 cents. It's a shame. Yeah,
On that note, GG. Good night.
sure thing.
Huh?
Timmy just left after
Oh, damn.
my whole rant about asking for help and communicating. It's just
Yeah, I definitely feel your anger. I mean, like, if people are not communicating, bro, like, what's the point, man?
yeah, man. You just gotta talk to people in so many walks of life. I'm such a comms person. When I used to play Valorant, I was such a comms person. I was kind of meh at the gunplay and using abilities and whatever, but my priority is to tell my teammates something that I know and they don't. That's the purpose of comms. You have information that you should relay to your teammates that don't have that information. That's the purpose of comms, in my opinion. If there's more to that, but I feel like at its core, that's the most important part of comms in Valorant. You relay information that you have and they don't. It's just, yeah. And it's all, you gotta say no sometimes too, but that's a topic for another day. I could have a 30-minute conversation about saying no.
That's another podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, bro, this podcast, I think it's pretty successful.
This was a great
3
podcast.
hours.
I don't think I asked too many brain dead questions tonight. Definitely.
Oh, I think it was good, bro. It went pretty deep.
Yeah, no, there's just some valuable information without
Cool.
saying too much.
Yeah.
We're just under the 3-hour mark, so you want to call it?
Yes, sir.
Sure thing. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been real. First podcast in 3 months. Very good podcast. Lots of topics. I needed to get different perspectives on, and I got them. I successfully got different perspectives on the topics that I wanted to get.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
not at the Rogan level where he gets actual licensed experts on certain matters, but it's nice to talk to people every once in a while. So on that note, YouTube land, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.